try not to rotate to where they don't put two on the ball as much as most. And then, anytime you get in the paint, they're just ripping at your arms. So you're going to have to be strong in there and make decisions.
What about them offensively? They're missing their best inside player who went out last week with a knee injury. He won't play today, but R.J. Godfrey's a load at 6'7", 240. What do they like to do offensively? They
like to go inside to him, and then their guards will try to get downhill and get through the elbows and, drive and try to finish. And so you need to make sure that we are able to guard the basketball, put pressure on them, and get deflections on some of those things.
Carter Welling, their big man, is out with that knee injury. He's averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds, leads the team in rebound. But they've got 2 or 3 other 6'10" guys they can run at you, right?
Yeah, and on film they don't look 6'10". Carter looks like he's is it Carter Welling? He looks every bit of 6'10". Some of the others don't look quite that size. So we'll find out once we get there. But yeah, they've got enough size to be able to do some damage.
Bennett Sturtz has been in this position a number of times, big games, whether it's the NCAA tournament or otherwise. How do you build around him? Who are the other X factors today in this atmosphere, neutral floor where the Hawks have played well? Who are the X factors that need to step up and help Bennett out the most?
Yeah, I think we just need to keep our shooters going. I think that's the big thing. And then once we get the ball into the paint, be strong enough to be able to make a decision and finish layups. And if we can do that, I think good things will happen for us.
Coach, in conclusion, what's unique about the NCAA tournament, the March Madness, the one and done theme?
Yeah, it's one and done. There's your back's against the wall. Like there's no tomorrow, and so it makes it fun that way to where you just fight for that present moment and that 40 minutes. And I like our group, and hopefully they can do that today.
Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you afterwards.
Thanks a lot.
Coach Ben McCullum, brought to you by the great Iowa John Deere dealers. Iowa and John Deere, two names that are synonymous with each other. And we're going to come right back to the NCAA tournament as the Hawks counted down to tip off with the Clemson Tigers in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hey Hawkeye fans, there's a new MVP at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Carol's Corn, Iowa's favorite gourmet popcorn, is now popping fresh for every men's and women's basketball game. From our delicious triple mix to golden caramel and bold cheese. Every bite is handcrafted right here in the Midwest. Popped fresh, local, and made with you in mind. So grab your bag, cheer loud, and taste the flavor of Hawkeye pride. Carol's Corn. Grab yours and enjoy the game inside Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Carol's Corn. We pop every kernel with you in mind.
Hawkeye Nation, here's something big. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. That means Iowa fans are now on America's largest 5G network, bringing even more strength and coverage to every game day and every day. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to power every call, every post, every celebration. U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile. Better together.
Now it's time for the Scouting Report, brought to you by Explore Minnesota. Don't miss your chance to experience the oldest winter festival, the St. Paul Winter Carnival, or attend a kite festival on a frozen lake. In Minnesota, it's just another cold day. In heaven, plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Brad Brownell joins us for a couple minutes here on the Hawkeye Radio Network, our pregame coverage of Iowa and Clemson. Coach, let's start with both these defenses. They're near the top, points allowed in each of their conference. One allowing 42%, the other over 45%. Defense still travels, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hope so. I think Ben, obviously, like myself, believes that that's really important part of it. And, you know, to do that, you got to get your kids to play really hard and play together. And I think both teams do that exceptionally well, and very physical, tough-minded, and those are really hallmarks in both our programs.
Now, you lost Carter Welling, unfortunately, to a knee injury. You do have some other 6'11" guys that you rotate in there. Is that by design or just to keep them fresh?
Yeah, I think the strength of our team was really our three big guys that we played. We kind of rotated those guys in there, R.J. Godfrey and Nick Davidson and Carter, and obviously now we're down one. So we've got some other guys that will get opportunities. You know, Trent Steinauer may play, and certainly Chase Thompson will get minutes today. And so we'll see. I think the game will kind of decide how things go for us. But, yeah, we've had to make some adjustments based on that injury, unfortunately, here late in the season.
R.J. Godfrey is really impressive. I know all the Iowa folks are really enamored with him. I mean, he's all ACC. He's got that Big Ten ACC body. What do you like most about his game, his skill set?
Yeah, the thing I like most about him is just his personality. He's a phenomenal young man, and big smile on his face, comes to work every day and plays the same way, just plays really hard. He's a guy who's really worked hard to improve his skill level, and he's done that. You know, he's a big, strong kid who, you know, finishes well around the rim and in the paint area, and it's been really good for us.
On the floor side, or on the flip side, everything runs through Bennett Sturtz at Iowa. He's a similar type of player to Godfrey in terms of what he can do, what he means to his team. What do you like about him?
Just about everything. Love him as a player. Just watching him, it's been a lot of fun here this week to see him. He's you know, super competitive, really smart, obviously has tremendous physical tools. I think, you know, people are surprised by his quickness, but really what stands out to me is his smarts, his IQ, his ability to change speeds and play the game with unbelievable poise. Knows when to attack, when to get his other guys involved. Those are just unique gifts that most players don't have.
So that said, big picture, keys for Clemson tonight to get a victory from the Tigers' perspective.
Yeah, defensively we got to be rock solid because we know Iowa will be. We got to match that, and then we got to find ways to make shots. I think we're gonna, you know, they pack it in there pretty good and are very physical defensively, and you know, which team starts to knock down some shots sometimes in these big games is usually the winner.
16th trip to the NCAA tournament for Clemson. Never gets old, does it?
No, I love it. Love to keep going, though, so I'd like to get a win today and try to play again on Sunday.
Coach, as always, thanks for your time. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
That's Coach Brownell. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball. Visit MidwestOne.bank for empowered money management. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to NCAA tournament coverage from Tampa. The Hawkeyes getting set to take on the Clemson Tigers. Hawks will be the visiting team tonight. They are the lower seed at 9. Clemson the 8th seed. And Bobby, if anything, these 8-9 seed games to this point have been really, really good, all tight, all close for the most part. And that's what you expect in an 8-9 seed. That's about as even as it gets.
Yeah, never disappoints, Gary. And you got to hats off to the committee this year that put these matchups together. And, you know, they use a lot of matrix or metrics and all that type of thing to try to get the best matchups. And 8-9 never fails. It always comes down to the wire. It always comes down, so you got to make free throws, too, at the end of the game. That's not one of my keys, but it should be.
You heard both coaches say we've got to make shots,
yeah,
especially on a neutral setting. And Iowa's done really well on a neutral setting. I think at Palm Springs beat 2 quality programs in Ole Miss and Grand Canyon. Hopefully more of the same tonight. Bobby's keys to the game, keys to a Hawkeye victory, a win and advance. Brought to you by Summit Agricultural Group. Summit Ag is committed to Iowa and adding value to Iowa products like corn, beef, hogs, and ethanol. Go Hawks.
Yeah, on top of making your free throws, Gary, number one key for me, and just listening to Coach McCollum during the last couple of days of practice, is find your offense early. And what I mean by that is the Hawks need to put pressure on Clemson early and attack them. Don't sit around and wait them they're going to get after you defensively. They're going to pick you up definitely at half court, if not full court. So they don't have any real rim protectors with the guy Carter Welling, who was out of the game with the ACL injury. So get to the rim, try to put some pressure on him, get some fouls, and get to the free throw line. And also I'd like to see Bennett Sturtz assert himself, Gary, early in this game and make them guard him and show us what you got here and carry the Hawkeyes early in this game to get them off the mark on the offensive end. Second key is going to be you got to rebound the basketball. All of 5 of our Hawkeyes need to stay in there, get to the basketball. Clemson will try and get to the offensive board. They're going to really hustle after those. But if you stay disciplined, box out, screen out these guys, get to the loose balls, you're going to be in good shape. You got to scrum out those loose balls because they're quick to the basketball. There are going to be a lot of them that are going to bounce around the free throw line area. That's where the guards, Tavian Banks type guys, got to stick around, stick in there, and grab the rebound. So number 2 of the keys is rebound the basketball. Third key is going to be limit your turnovers and be strong with the ball when you're on the offensive end. This was emphasized in practice all week. Clemson will come at you defensively, hacking and slapping at the ball once you're inside. So they'll come, they'll collapse to you, and they really come at you with the arms and hands flailing. Opportunities at that time, Gary, is to kick out for open threes, and you got to hit those open threes. Final key is when they press, attack. Don't wait for them. Just get to the rim and get going.
Yeah, it'll be Bennett Sturtz front and center almost in every one of your keys tonight, Robert, leading the offense right in the thick of that defense and, of course, leadership. That's what it comes down to in an atmosphere like this. And, of course, he experienced a lot at Northwest Missouri State and a year ago at Drake. Those are Bobby's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Summit Agricultural Group. Summit Ag, committed to Iowa and adding value to Iowa products. Corn, beef, hogs, ethanol. Go Hawks. Oh, when these two teams from Power 4 conferences met, they used to call it the Big Ten ACC Challenge. It's all of that tonight, and then some, given what's on the line. The Mid-American Energy starting lineups are next. From Tampa, this is the T-Mobile countdown to tip-off and Hawkeye basketball from Learfield. Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination. American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Hawkeyes and Clemson a few minutes away from a start here at the NCAA first round tournament. South Florida University is the host school. The Hawks and Clemson ready to go here shortly. Time for our Mid-American Energy starting lineups. Take a fast break on heating costs this winter. Tune up your furnace, seal the drafts, and visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for more ways to stay warm while using less energy. For the Clemson Tigers out of the ACC, Clemson, South Carolina head coach Brad Brownell, 16 years, 315 wins. They score 74 a game and give up 67, one of the best defensively in the ACC. 24-10 this year, 12-6, good for 4th place in the ACC conference. R.J. Godfrey is their instigator at 6'7", 240, the senior is from Sewanee, Georgia, averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds. Dylan Hunter will be at a guard, 6'3", senior from Atlanta, averaging 8 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. Butta Johnson will be at a guard, 6'4", senior from Huntsville, Alabama, averaging a half a dozen points and a couple rebounds. Jake Walleen is filling in for the injured Carter Welling tonight. The 6'10" junior is from Provo, Utah, averaging a half a dozen points and 4 rebounds. And Ace Buckner at a guard, 6'3", redshirt freshman from Dallas, 8 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists a game. Godfrey, Hunter, Johnson, Walleen, and Buckner. And they start 3 guards and a couple forwards for Coach Brownell. And the Clemson Tigers. For the Hawkeyes, no changes. Cam Manyow out of Kansas City, 6'9" junior, averaging 7 points, 5 rebounds. He's Iowa's best board man. Needs to stay on the floor, not get in early foul trouble like against Ohio State a week ago in Chicago. Same can be said for Tavion Banks, 6'7" senior from Kansas City. Former Drake Bulldog, averages 11 points, 5 rebounds. Cooper Koch, who's found his shooting irons white hot here the last few games,
from three. 6'8", 220-pound redshirt freshman from Peoria, averaging 8 points a game, and hopefully he can double that total tonight. He gets 3 rebounds as well. Cale Combs at a guard, a 6'4" junior from Nixa, Missouri. Cale's instrumental tonight in handling the basketball and taking some pressure off of Bennett Sturtz. And Bennett Sturtz, the senior from Liberty, Missouri, 20 points, 5 assists a game. Outstanding year again for the senior. And hopefully he has his star shining brightly tonight in the rafters here at the home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Hopefully Bennett can light it up. Those are the Mid-American Energy starting lineups. We're back with the start of Iowa Clemson in a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Go for 0.99% financing at your local Honda dealer during the Honda Spring event. Go for all Hondas in stock and on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Save thousands with 0.99% APR financing on 2026 Prologues. Search your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 3/31/26.
You're a Hawkeye. You named your dog Kinnick and your cat Herky. Your morning alarm is back in black. Yep, you're a Hawkeye. And now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Low fees and great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like your choice of a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card, Iowa merchandise, and exclusive giveaways. You've spent more time at Finkbine than you have at your office, so we know you're a Hawkeye. Now make it pay with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice. Learn more at hawkeyeaccount.com.
March on over to Riverside Casino and Golf Resort March 26th for an unforgettable performance by country music star Tracy Lawrence. Get ready to hear iconic hits such as Paint Me a Birmingham and Time Marches On, as well as find out who your friends are in Texas Tornado. This is one country music experience you won't want to miss. Secure your tickets now for this must-see concert at riversidecasinoandresort.com or visit our gift shop. We'll see you there.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
This has been the T-Mobile Countdown to Tip-Off. T-Mobile, Hawkeye Nation, you're now on America's largest 5G network. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. Better together. On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Basketball is brought to you by Shelter Insurance. The ball is in your court. Visit shelterinsurance.com to find an agent who can help you with your auto, home, and life insurance needs. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. By your local Ford dealers. And by Mid-American Energy. Mid-American Energy is proud to deliver affordable, reliable energy to you all season long. It's game time. Live from Tampa, Florida, the Hawkeyes, the Tigers. This is the NCAA tournament. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with well-marked Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark for coverage you can count on. Find your plan at wellmark.com. Now let's join Gary Dolphin and Bobby Hansen for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half.
We're courtside at the downtown arena, beautiful international arena here, the Benchmark International Arena, home of the Tampa Bay Lightning, 3-time Stanley Cup champions. And there'll be some forechecking going on tonight here between the ACC and the Big Ten. Got a couple of lineup changes we've been handed here just a moment ago by Clemson. So scratch Jake Walling and Ace Buckner, a forward and a guard. They will play, obviously. But Nick Davidson, a little more physical presence inside at 6'10", 235, a redshirt senior from California by way of the University of Nevada. Played for Steve Alford out in Reno before transferring to Clemson. Nick Davidson will supplant Wallen in the lineup. And then Justin Porter, a 6'1" grad student from Houston, Texas, at Middle Tennessee State last year. He replaces Ace Buckner in the lineup. So they're going with a redshirt senior and a grad student. Bobby, a little more experience on the floor than Buckner, who's a redshirt freshman, and Wallen, a junior. But they'll both play.
As you said, they'll both play, but that is noticeable, Gary, that Godfrey, a senior, senior Dylan Hunter, senior Johnson, a grad student in Porter, and then the big fella Davidson inside is a redshirt senior. So these guys averaging about 24 years old.
The officials for tonight's NCAA tournament game: Ron Groover, Chuck Jones, and Jason Phillips. Two of the three have worked a number of games in the Big Ten and at Iowa. Primarily Chuck Jones and Ron Groover. I don't remember Jason Phillips. He's the younger of the three. The other two are graybeards, but still very, very good at what they do. They've done a number of Final Four, Elite Eights, Sweet 16s. Got to be good to be in this tournament. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by Midwest One Bank, Mid-American Energy, Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, Kohl's, and others that we'll get to throughout the night. Manial will jump center. We await the Tigers to take the floor. Thanks for joining us on the Hawkeye Radio Network. We'll get a scoreboard here for you first chance we get, courtesy of Community Choice Credit Union. You're a Hawk, now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card. Learn more at hawkeyeaccount.com. Here are the winners so far today. Number 1, Arizona. Villanova, a winner. Check that. Utah State upset Villanova in that 8-9 seed game. Tennessee over Miami of Ohio by 20. That's in the West region. The Midwest region, Kentucky wins in overtime over Santa Clara. Texas Tech a winner over Akron. Virginia eliminates Wright State. The Cyclones roll 108-74 over Tennessee State, so Iowa State advances. And Alabama beat Hofstra by 20. That's our Community Choice Credit Union scoreboard update. More as the night wears on, including Iowa Clemson. Manial and R.J. Godfrey will jump center, and Manial easily controls the tip over the 6'7" Godfrey, and we're underway. The Hawks, the visiting team in the road black with the gold numerals, lettering, and trim. Clemson man-to-man. Clemson in the white with the orange and purple letters and trim. Shot fake by Tavian Banks. He drives right of the lane. Throws it back on point to Combs with 8 to shoot. Just underway at Benchmark International Arena in Tampa. Cale's going to have to force something up from 3 and splits the net. 25-foot 3 with 2 on the shot clock.
Beautiful start for the Hawkeyes that time. Cale Combs knew exactly how much time was left on the shot clock and drained the top of the key jumper.
Dylan Hunter into the front court. Leaves it for Justin Parker. Now to Butta Johnson. Johnson rifles a pass in the lane. Here's a jump shot short from the free throw line, thrown up there by Nick Davidson, 6'10" center who's a better shooter among the post players. The Hawks get the rebound, and Bennett Sturtz. 1 minute gone. Hawks up 3-0. Here's Sturtz. Pump fake, shot fake, throws it to Combs. He throws it away. Stolen away by Clemson. The Hawks hustle back. Into the front court comes Porter. Justin Porter, 6'1" grad transfer from Middle Tennessee. Now left wing, Godfrey. Hands off to Hunter. Hunter turns the corner, high post right. A shot from the wing is good. He fed Justin Porter And he reined in a 3. Points off turnovers for Clemson to start the game. We're tied at 3.
He's one of their better three-point shooters. Got to get to Justin Porter.
18.5 to go, the opening half here from Tampa. Sturts around his defender, throws into the corner to Combs. He passes up a 3. Now Banks screens for Sturts. Back to Combs on the wing. High post left for Manuel. Lob inside. Banks scores off glass. Beautiful feed by Manuel.
A little high-low action that time. Cam Manuel surveyed the floor. Saw Tavian Banks all alone underneath. Dropped a pretty pass right on the money. Banks the layup.
And it's 5-3. The Hawks back in front. 17:55 to play. Opening period. Here's R.J. Godfrey. He's bodied up on by Manuel. He releases inside, leads the pass for Hunter on the wing. Here's a 3 coming way out right side. No good. Strong rebound by Manuel, and he underhands it to Cale Combs. Hawks get a rebound off the miss from 3, leading 5-3. Combs, left-handed dribble right wing. Center of the floor for Sturts. Sturts, stop and go move. Step back 3, in and out. No good. Rebounded by Godfrey of Clemson. Tigers down 2 with the basketball. Into the front court is Hunter. Now back to R.J. Godfrey. Passes baseline right to Davidson. Pass is deflected out of bounds. Tried to throw it through the lane to Johnson in the opposite corner. And it'll be, it'll stay with Clemson with 15 to shoot. 17:09 to play first half. Now they're, I don't know what they're doing there. They're checking the shot clock. There was no change of possession. Cooper never really had possession of the basketball.
Other than he knocked it up, Gary, into the stanchion. The stand, sometimes that'll trigger it to 20.
Oh, boy, the shot clock drops down to 1.7. You're right, Bobby. Or no, 17. They took the dot out from between the 1 and the 7. 17 on the shot clock. 17:11 to play in the first half. In it comes to Davidson of Clemson. Top of the circle for Butta Johnson. Sturts picks him up. Hands off to Dylan Hunter, who hit the 3 a moment ago. There he is. Shot fake. Tavian Banks gets out in his face. Now 3 to shoot. He's going to force up a 3 and missed it. Rebound comes out long, and Clemson keeps it. Godfrey to the wing. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Godfrey for 3. It's no good. Banks with a strong board. Tavian clears for Bennett Sturts.
6 signs early, Gary.
Yeah, it is. Rebounding wise, Bobby, you're right. Clemson off the mark here, shooting the ball. Just 1 for 5 to start the game. Here's Sturts. A lot of good defense by Iowa, too, for the reason. Combs. Hawks spread the floor, really open it up. Here's Sturts. Step back 3. See if this one goes. It does. Same spot on the floor. He adjusted his marksmanship.
Exactly. Just took a little bit off it, Gary. And that one splashed through the nets there. Bennett Sturts off and running. The Hawks playing well early.
Hawks up 5, and they've held Clemson scoreless for the last 2.5 minutes. Justin Porter has it. He's switched off on by Cooper Koch, 6'8", guarding 6'1" there. Here's a baseline right drive by Godfrey. He hasn't had a good look at the basket yet. Now he drives in the paint and stumbled into a crowd, and a foul is called. Looked like he got away with a travel first, and a blocking foul is called on Iowa.
I think they're going to get number 11, Cale Combs, with the block.
That's Cale's first. At least it's not on Manuel or Tavian Banks. Was it a shooting foul? It looks like is it going to be 2 free throws? We'll sort it out when we come back. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the NCAA basketball tournament from Tampa. Iowa leading 8-3, 10-second ID break. You're listening to Hawkeye Basketball. We're back from the arena here in Tampa. When we return, our first timeout, officials timeout, with Iowa out early in front, 8-3, 15:49 to play first half. This is Hawkeye Basketball, presented by Wellmark, Blue Cross, Blue Shield from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Good start for the Hawkeyes. 3 out of 4 shooting, including a pair of three-point goals by Combs and Sturts. And Iowa leads Clemson 8-3 here at the NCAA tournament in Tampa. But 2 free throws coming for R.J. Godfrey. 65% on the year, makes the first. Their leading scorer at 12.5 points a game. Their leading rebounder at 5 per clip. Tonight's broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. Intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. 1 for 2 from the foul line for Godfrey. 8-4 Iowa's lead. Sturts for 3 more. That's off the left of the iron. Mannion with a strong offensive board, and on his back is a Clemson defender. Nick Davidson, his first, the team's first. 15:25 to play. Hawks will keep the basketball. They would have anyway with Mannion. Oh, we got to reset the shot clock. They're having more issues with the shot clock. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by Mid-American Energy, delivering an all-star performance with a balanced energy mix of wind, solar, and other sources, keeping your power reliable every time you need it. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy. Syncing up both shot clocks.
One referee using eagle eye on the clock. He's called them both.
Now we're set. We're ready to go. 15:29 to play in the half. So the shot clock resets to 20. Combs looks for a teammate. Lobs it to the wing for Mannion, and we're underway. Banks. No lineup changes for Iowa or Clemson. Well, take that back. Jake Wallen at 6'10" is in the game. They got a pair of 6'10" guys in there now. 7 to shoot for the Hawkeyes. Combs around a screen. A floater in the lane is good. When he hits that first 12-footer, good things usually happen.
Kale's off to a good start offensively for the Hawkeyes. It's a couple of baskets for him. He's got 5.
The screen by Mannion freed him up for a clear look at the window. Iowa back up 7. It's 10-4, up 6, excuse me. Here's a jumper in the lane. Short tip up, no good. Davidson hits the deck on both tries, after both tries, and the Hawks get the rebound. Sturts trots into the front court. Right wing for Banks. He drives in right baseline. Shot is blocked from behind, but a 2-shot foul also coming. Enough body contact there by R.J. Godfrey. And free throws for the Hawkeyes. Tavian Banks, who will stand at the line, shooting 81% on the season. Came in here for a shoot-around our public display shoot-around yesterday, and man, the Hawks were hitting them from all over the floor, Bobby.
They really were, yeah. No defense on them, obviously, but just to kind of get loose, get used to the background, and Hawks shot it well, and they start out shooting well here tonight.
Al Folgaris comes in for Cam Magnow. Cam, good first 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes of the game for him defensively, especially, and he has an offensive rebound. Hawks have held Clemson in the deep freeze for 4 minutes without a field goal. Banks hits both free throws, and the Hawks extend the lead to 8, 12-4. 14:39 to play in the half. Into the front court comes Wallen. Dishes right side for Porter. Justin Porter. He's got their three-point goal. Now to the opposite wing, and Ace Buckner, who's come into the game. And here's a dunk inside by R.J. Godfrey. Pretty pass on the entry feed to the lane, and I don't know what Folgaris was doing, but he had his head turned the wrong way.
Well, look for Clemson. They'll probably go right back at it. Godfrey quick off his feet for the two-hand dunk.
Folgaris screens for Sturts. He throws to the baseline and Banks. Now to Combs on the wing. Back to Bennett out top with 10 to shoot. 6 minutes gone in the first half. 12-6 Iowa. Combs around a screen by Banks. Standstill jumper. Good again from the right wing. He's 3 for 3. Cale Combs hits a 3. He's got 8 of the Hawkeye 15.
He's looking confident out there, too. Once he received the basketball, he was looking to shoot.
Godfrey shoved in the back as he received a post feed. I think they're going to get Cooper Koch. Wholesale substitutions for Clemson. Porter comes out of the game. Back in is Butta Johnson. And Ace Buckner re-enters. Stepped out for just a minute. Actually just checked to the bench to visit with his coach, Brad Brownell. Here's a lob out front for Godfrey. He gives it right back to Buckner. Clemson checks into its offense. Here's a lob right of the lane for Godfrey. He's chest bumping with Al Folgaris. Jump shot no good, and it's out of bounds to Iowa. R.J. Godfrey is saying it went off of Cale Combs. Are they going to ask for a review here? Players want a review. Let's see what the coaches see on the laptop. Iowa basketball. Yep, too late. They get a couple of quick peeks, and if they don't want it, they have to let them know. Brad Brownell says it did go off Iowa. Well, it's too late, Coach.
Cale Combs was in there battling. Nice job by Cale.
15-6. Iowa's lead is 9. 13 minutes and change remaining first half. Hawks looking real crisp. Folgaris for 3. It's good. Big Al rings the bell at the county fair.
Nice job by Bennett Sturts setting him up for the wide open 3 in the left wing in front of the Clemson bench. The behind the back pass for the assist.
Hawks up double digits, 18-6, and a beautiful drive around Tavian Banks' defense by Buckner. Gets a layup as they cleaned out the weak side for him, and he scores on a drive to the hoop. 18-8 Iowa. First Clemson field goal in a while. Here's Sturts. Folgaris drives into the paint. Jump hooks up. Short stringed it. Rebounded by Godfrey of Clemson. Hawks hustle back. Here's Wallen. Shot fake gets into the corner to Johnson. His 3 is no good. Folgaris clears. We're running the other way. Sturts with the ball. Waist high trot with the dribble. Folgaris holds up. Pass right wing. Waits for Combs to come get it. Instead goes to Banks. Banks to Sturts. Bennett trying to get a screen from Banks. Top of the circle of Folgaris right side. His 3 is no good. Al let that one go a little early. Line drived it up there, and he hustles back on defense. Rebound to Buckner of Clemson. 11:55 to play in the half. Iowa up 10, 18-8. Here's Godfrey. He's going to take Folgaris in. He's much more physical than Al. Backs him down in the paint. Throws up a shot, no good. Put back, no good. Put back again, but no good. Godfrey clears it. Here's a long 3 from the wing. It's short. Kicks long to Godfrey again. Shot is up and no good. And the rebound hits the glass behind the square. And it should go to the Hawkeyes. Timeout on the floor. Ooh, the Hawks gave that rebounding edge away in one possession.
Hawks dodge a bullet right there. Clemson now one of their last 7 shots. Oh, for the last 5, and I think they missed 3 of them on that possession.
Good news is the Hawks lead at 18-8 with 11:32 to play. They're going to, I believe, check the video to see who gets the basketball when play resumes. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by Midwest One Bank as a presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Hoops. Midwest One combines sophisticated banking solutions and local expertise in delivering a custom financial strategy that is unique to your needs. Midwest One, small enough to care, big enough to deliver. Member FDIC. You're listening to Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye Nation, here's something big. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. That means Iowa fans are now on America's largest 5G network, bringing even more strength and coverage to every game day and every day. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to power every call, every post, every celebration. U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile, better together.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy eddy from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Despite the unshakable Iowa Corn-Cy-Hawk rivalry, there is one thing Iowa State and University of Iowa fans can both agree on: getting hyped for Unleaded 88. It's cleaner burning and better for your engine, and it's cheaper than other fuel options, making Unleaded 88 the clear fuel choice. If Iowa Corn-Cy-Hawk rivals can agree on it, you know it's worth the hype. So pump it up with Unleaded 88, grown by Iowa corn farmers.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Bobby Hansen, Gary Dolphin, our engineer producer is Corey Sheets. We're at the Benchmark International Arena in downtown Tampa, where the Hawks like the surroundings so far, up 18-8, 11.5 to go in the first half with the Clemson Tigers. Now they called a dead ball rebound and a jump ball rebound. So they're going with the jump ball, and the arrow favors Clemson. So the Tigers will keep the ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock, and it'll stay with Clemson. And here we go, underneath out of bounds to the right. In it comes, and the layup is no good. Layup attempt on an up and under by Butta Johnson, no good. Nice pass delivered there by Ace Buckner, but they miss another one from in close. Hawks get it, and back with a rebound. Here's Isaiah Howard in the game. He misses a 3 from deep in the left wing. Rebound is run down by Clemson, and they're running. Into the other end they come. Butta Johnson with it. He holds up, didn't like the numbers. Back out top for Buckner. He pitches into the deep corner for a new player, Chase Thompson, a 6'8 freshman from Glenwood, Minnesota. To Davidson in the paint. Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with who? Clemson. Didn't see a sign. I assume it's still with Clemson. The Hawks get a deflection.
Bennett deflected it out of bounds to the Hawkeye bench, and 13 on the clock.
That's what Bennett does. 13 on the shot clock, 10:54 on the game clock. With Iowa leading by 10. Here's a drive and a scoop layup that's good. Isaiah Howard gave up the lane, and Butta Johnson went right around him. 18-10 Hawkeyes. 12-point lead is chopped at 8 on back-to-back baskets by the Tigers. Second chance points. Here's Sturtz. Around a screen by Magnow, who's back in the game. Chased by Buckner. Now to Banks. 10 to shoot. Here's Isaiah Howard. Turns the corner, holds up high post right. To Banks. Banks backs it into the paint. Drop steps in the lane, turns, shoots, and scores. Pretty move by Tavion Banks.
He heard the Hawkeye faithful here at the arena, counting it down. Shot clock inside of 3, and turnaround jumper for Banks.
20-10, Iowa's lead back to 10. Here's Johnson, double team, skips a pass down low left of the lane. Drive inside, a shot up, no good. Another miss from in close, this time by Nick Davidson off a nice pass from Chase Thompson. The Hawks scrape the glass, get the rebound, 9:50 to go in the half. And now looking to build that lead back to 12. Sturts and Tavian playing catch. Bennett drives into the lane. Tough shot with two defenders right in his face. And pumped it up there too strong. Chase Thompson back with a rebound at 6'8". Gets it to Wallen. Wallen backs the smaller Isaiah Howard into the paint. Jump hook up and no good. He missed that. Oh man, they're missing from in close, aren't they?
4 for 18. They are one of their last 9.
The Hawks got to take advantage of all these misses, though. They're 7 for 13. Nothing wrong with that. But up 10, 20-10, and hopefully more here shortly. 9:10 to play in the first half. Cooper Koch hasn't taken a shot yet. Sturts to Cam Magnow. Back to Bennett. Stop and go move. Gets right of the lane. Lobs into the corner to Banks. Tavian standstill 3. That's no good. Too strong. Hawks settling for threes. And a clear out by Butta Johnson. Across the timeline. Throws center of the floor for Buckner. The guard court. Buckner drives around his man. Pull up jumper. That's short. Isaiah Howard clears. Hawks got numbers. 3-on-2. Now they pull it back. As Ben McCullum says, step on the brakes. 8:34 to play, first half. NCAA tournament, Iowa 20 and Clemson 10. Sturts gets around his man, lays it up and in. Oh, he suckered Ace Buckner there. Just kind of hesitated and boom, I'm by you.
That's what Bennett does there. The dribble, the change of pace, change of direction, and the Hawks are on a roll.
Gone before you see me. Bennett Sturts lays it up and in. That draws a timeout for Clemson. Clemson, 2.5 minutes without a score. They're missing a lot of in-close shots. And that sometimes happens in an arena that you're not familiar with. Not with the Hawks, not so far. Iowa 8 of 15 with 4 3-point goals and a 22-10 lead with 8:15 to play in the half. We'll come back to Tampa in just a minute. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by University of Iowa Healthcare. Stay with us for our halftime coverage courtesy of U of I Healthcare. University of Iowa Healthcare here for you no matter where you are in the state. Changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by Walmart, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
This is a commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn, and we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all. The #1 seed to beat. The one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/100.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Hawkeyes on top, 22-10 with 8:15 remaining in the first half. Welcome back to the NCAA tournament coverage here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. From Tampa, Iowa leading Clemson. The Hawks shooting 53% for the game, and even more impressive, they've held Clemson in the deep freeze, Bobby, 21% from the field.
Yeah, doing a nice job. The Hawks are dodging bullets, so those offensive rebounds Clemson is getting, got to clean that up, and they'll dominate this game.
Here's Clemson basketball as we get back to action. Dribbling is Dylan Hunter. Cooper Koch has him on the switch and has them all covered up. Godfrey right wing, a bounce into the paint to one of those 6'10" tall timber. Jump hook is up and good. This one went down for Nick Davidson. Averages 9 points and 4 rebounds. That's his first field goal, I believe. Correct. 22-12. Iowa's lead chopped back to 10 with 7:40 to play. First half. Fulgaris, Banks, Sturtz, Cooper Koch, and Cale Combs in the lineup. 10 to shoot for the Hawks. Iowa searching for an opening in that Clemson man-to-man. Here's Sturtz with a step-back three. Tried to rainbow it in. No good. It kicks long. Fulgaris grabs the offensive rebound. Out to Combs. Right side for Koch. One of the few times he's touched the ball. Here's Sturtz trying to work his way around Butta Johnson. Open. Throws to Fulgaris, center of the floor. Now 5 to shoot. Bennett's going to create something off the drive. Tough shot. Turns. Let's go. In and out. No good. Almost went down in a foul on Iowa. On the rebound is R.J. Godfrey. Goes up strong. Not going to get the ball away from him, I'll tell you, when he gets his mitts on it. Timeout on the floor with 7:03 to play in the half. Iowa 22, Clemson 12. Clemson basketball. When we come back, the foul is on Tavian Banks, just his first. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Hawkeyes on top of Clemson 22-12. Welcome you back to coverage of the NCAA tournament here from Tampa. Iowa shooting the basketball very well. Missed their last 3 attempts. They've cooled off to 47%, 8 of 17. Clemson's taken 20 shots and converted on only 5. What are you seeing with the Iowa defense, Bobby?
I'm seeing active defense. I'm seeing the guys communicate, talking, switching off, not giving them anything on the three-point line. The Clemson Tigers are just 1 of 6. They are. The Hawkeyes are 4 of 10. But what I see is that Clemson thinks they have an advantage inside, Gary, so they're going to keep pounding the ball inside. Hopefully the Hawks don't commit fouls.
Nobody has more than 3 points for Clemson. Godfrey has 3 on a free throw and a field goal. Iowa led by Cale Combs, who has 8, 6 for Banks, 5 for Bennett Sturtz, and a 3-point goal by Alvaro Fulgaris. Hawks will play defense here as we get back to action with just under 7 minutes to play in the first half. Godfrey and Dylan Hunter bring the ball back down the floor. Hunter back in the game. Bounces center of the floor for R.J. Godfrey. They're looking inside. Fulgaris picks off the bounce pass. Intended, and a run out and a missed layup by Banks.
Oh, pretty pass for Fulgaris. He had an open layup, just lost it in his hands when he went up.
Got
Banks
too far underneath the rim and couldn't convert. Here's a 3 at the other end. Bouncing around, no good. Fulgaris clears again. He's got 3 rebounds and a steal.
Active. He's into it. I can tell by the look on his face.
Koch way out in the right wing. Cooper has yet to attempt a field goal try. Here's Combs, who's been hot. Gets all the way into the paint. Throws to the corner to Banks. He was wide open. Passed it up. And then Cooper Koch almost threw it away. Banks wasn't expecting the return feed. Here's Sturtz with 7 to shoot. 6:09 to play in the half. Bennett to Fulgaris with 2 to shoot. He lets it fly. Air ball and a shot clock violation on Iowa.
That one's on Bennett right there. Bennett's got to realize he knew the shot clock winding down. He had no chance to throw it up there. He's got to drive it to the hoop, and he gave that one to Fulgaris. Like a hand grenade, it went off in his hand.
2 turnovers on Iowa, just 1 on Clemson. 5:55 to play in the half. Hawks look for another stop on defense. There's a bounce pass, and they had the turnover. Yeah, got the turnover. Sturtz scraped a bounce feed intended for Godfrey. Down low right of the lane. 2 turnovers on both teams. Well, the Hawks again deny the Tigers. Up by 10, 22 to 12. Here's Fulgaris. Top of the ring left side for Combs. Cale's got 3 field goals, including a couple threes. 6 to shoot. Gets into the paint, throws it away. It's out of bounds, and it's going to go to Clemson. Well, the Hawks just can't get anything going to the basket here offensively the last 3-4 possessions.
Well, I can give credit to Clemson right there, Gary. They just ratcheted up their defense, on-ball defense. They're not allowing the Hawkeyes to turn the corner and dribble penetrate. You got to force yourself to go.
Here's Clemson after another stop of the Hawkeyes. Iowa's gone 3 minutes without a score. 5:11 to play in the half. Here's a jump pass left of the lane to Godfrey. He's going to muscle in on Cooper Koch. Jump shot up and good. Made it look easy. When you're 240 pounds, you can throw that weight around at 6'7". Clemson's first field goal in 3 minutes. They're back to within 8, 22-14. Hawks need a score on this possession. Here's Combs. Lots of contact going on out there. Both teams man-to-man. Sturtz turns the corner, gets into the paint, throws to a wide open Banks, passes up the shot. Cooper Koch now to Fulgaris. He'll let fly, misses a 3. Banks with a rebound. Tavian looks for an outlet and almost threw it away. It's deflected out of bounds. Touch last by Clemson and Dylan Hunter. This is a quick Clemson team. Cam Agnew comes back in. Tavian Banks gets a well-deserved breather.
Yeah, he's working hard.
Yeah, with 4.5 to go. Hawks looking for their first score in quite some time. Iowa just one of its last 8. 22-14 Hawkeyes. 4.5 to go in the period. First half. Combs gets all the way into the paint. Jump stops. Shot up good. It rolled in, and a foul on Clemson. A delayed whistle there. And we had to wait 1,001 count. The ball sat on the back of the iron, fell through, and Combs is at the line for the and one.
He has been the star for the Hawkeyes so far in the first half here. 10 points with a free throw coming for Cale Combs. Picks up the foul on Puff Johnson.
83% from the line is Cale Combs. He's got 10 points. First man in double figures. Iowa's lead back to 10 at 24-14. 4:23 to play in the half. Free throw's good. Iowa extends the lead back to 11. The Hawks have led by as many as 12. Big and one there for Cale Combs. Porter with it. One guard throws it to the big forward Davidson. Davidson, a backdoor lob, got away with a walk. Here's a pass inside, shot up and good by Hunter. Dylan Hunter, 6'3" muscle man, a senior from Atlanta. With the Sunrise Christian Academy in Kansas. And he brings the Tigers back to within 9. 25-16 Iowa. 3:45 to play in the half. Bennett Sturtz drives left baseline, knocked to the ground, and he'll get 2 free throws. Hit his head hard on I think a TV camera or one of the portable cameras down there holding the back of his head. He's still rubbing it. You're not going to get him out of the game.
No, but that's what Bennett's got to do right there, is force himself to turn the corner and attack.
He did, and he's rewarded with 2 free throws when play resumes. Timeout on the floor. 3:44 to play in the first half. This opening round NCAA tournament game from Tampa. And the Hawks have controlled it so far, leading 25-16. Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield knows that you're here for every memorable moment, every fast break and three-pointer, every game-winning play. Wellmark is here, too, for every moment with healthcare coverage you can count on all season long. Find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/hoops. More hooping coming up here in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball. And network stations will alert you this is a bonus break. Our coverage of Hawkeye Hoops continues after this. Hawkeye basketball is presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Hawkeyes 25 and Clemson 16. Welcome back to the NCAA tournament, live from Benchmark International Arena in Tampa, right downtown, right on the waterway. And the Hawks are doing just fine swimming here for the first 15-17 minutes of the game, leading by 11. They're out rebounding Clemson to this point 16-12. Is that early tone, Bobby, setting dominance on the backboard that has prevailed at this point for Iowa?
I agree 100%, Gary. The Hawks have came out focused, intent. Everybody that has come in. Coach McCollum has only played 2 off the bench, Fulgaris and Howard, and they're settling into a nice little rotation here, and 2 free throws coming for Bennett Sturz.
And that rebounding tenacity has led to outstanding defense. Usually they go hand to glove. Clemson is shooting 30% for the game, 7 for 23. Hawks were shooting over 50% for the first 10 minutes. They've cooled off a little bit. Clemson's up-tempoed the man-to-man. Iowa at 43%. But 4 of their 9 field goals have come from 3. Clemson is 1 for 7 from distance. Here's Bennett Sturz to shoot 2. Iowa's best free thrower, one of the best in the Big Ten. And as I say that, he bounces the first one off the front of the rim. Sturz has 5 points with 3:44 to go in the half. Second free throw is good, and the Hawks are back up 10, 26-16. Left-handed dribble into the front court comes Dylan Hunter, the 6'3" senior from Atlanta. Leaves it for Godfrey. Here's a 3 straight on and right through by Butta Johnson. Huntsville, Alabama senior, played at Alabama Birmingham a year ago. Closest Clemson's been in a while. 26-19 Iowa. Here's Cooper Koch. Leaves it left side for Combs. Now to Fulgaris. Back to Koch, right wing. 10 to shoot. Sturz in the middle of the floor. Koch will catch and shoot. Knocks it down from a deep 3-point range.
That was deep. That looked like Larry Bird out there from 30 feet without hesitation. Cooper Koch, first basket of the game.
Iowa's 5th 3 of the half. 29-19. The Hawks back up 10. Buckner guarded by Sturz. They double him. Now go left of the lane for Davidson. Out top, here's a 3. Good again by Butta Johnson. Somebody better get on him. He's hit back-to-back threes, the 6'4" senior. Clemson is 4 for its last 4 trips.
That kid's got a quick trigger, too. Doesn't take him long to release.
29-22. Iowa's lead back to 7. Here's Maniau on a screen and roll. He had a lane to the basket. Instead went to the wing and threw it away. Threw it past Fulgaris. Here they come again. Clemson hustles into the front court.
Help him.
Hook pass into the lane to R.J. Godfrey. He's double teamed and releases back out top for Johnson. Guarded now by 6'9" Fulgaris. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Clemson with the ball down 7. Johnson shooting over the top of Maniau. That one's short. Rebounded by Sturz. And way over his back was Davidson, but no call. That brings Ben McCollum up off the bench. Iowa gets the rebound, though. With 1:48 to play in the half, and Iowa leading 29-22. Isaiah Howard and Tavian Banks will come in at the next whistle. Sturts on a crossover dribble, screen from Mannion. Step back. No, he takes it inside instead. Shot up, no good, but a foul called on Clemson. That herky-jerky step, not once but twice by Sturts, drew enough contact.
Just gets the defense off balance. It's so easy. It's a patented move by Bennett Sturts. They show the replay up top. The Clemson people don't like it, but Bennett will go to the line for 2.
Second foul on Butta Johnson, who's hit back-to-back threes. He's going to have to come out of the game. That's a big break for the Hawks. Justin Porter will come in. Sturts hits the first free throw. Well, when you're an All-American, you probably get more calls like that than you deserve, but that's what the superstars do. First free throw's in for Bennett. One more coming for Sturts, who's got 7 points and now 8. Iowa 31, Clemson 22 with a minute 34 to play. Hawks have never trailed. We've been tied once. Justin Porter with it, right wing with a pass. Taking it deep into the baseline is Dylan Hunter. Back out front for Porter. 1:18 to play in the half. Hawks trying to finish the first half strong defensively. Dylan Hunter tied up, throws it away. Double team, crossed him up. Sturts comes away with a steal. Here's a lob feed and a foul called on Tate Sage. Will go to the foul line. That kid, he's always escaping to the other end, isn't he? Always looking for the ball.
Always cutting to the rim, looking for the basketball. Also a real good runner on the fast break. Bennett Sturts found him in stride, and he almost made a miraculous shot in there, earned himself 2 free throws.
It was a 30-foot pass. He was going to go up for the catch and dunk, and Ace Buckner shoved him in the back. Sage will get 2 free throws, misses the first. Come on, Hawks. Iowa 6 for 7 from the foul line until that miss. 6 of 8 now. Combs and Howard, or Howard replaces Cale Combs in the lineup. One more free throw coming for Tate Sage. Mannion and Banks, Sturts, Sage, and Howard on the floor for the Hawkeyes for the final minute, 7 of the half.
Got to finish strong. You know Clemson's going to try to cut into this 10-point lead here in the next minute.
Sage hits the second one. 32-22 Iowa. Wallen leaves it center of the floor for Hunter. Now to Porter, left wing, covered up by Sturts. Porter, a crossover dribble, can't find a shot. Here's a 3 coming, good from the right side by Dylan Hunter. My goodness, they've hit their last 3 threes after starting 1 for 8. 32-25, Iowa's lead cut back to 7. Clemson heating up from the perimeter. Hawks need to match it. Sturts from Sage, 14 to shoot, 30 seconds to play in the half. Sturts leaves it for Mannion, high post right. Now to Howard, hook pass to Banks, back to Bennett. 6 to shoot, step back 3 by Sturts, no good. Rebound grabbed by Howard. Hawks can keep it for the final 15.
There you go.
Leading by 7. Now it's 10, 9, 8. Sturts with the ball in his hands. Something, if he gets it to anybody, he throws into the corner to Banks, open for 3 at the buzzer. No good at the horn. Tavian, he'll never have a more wide open look. Sturts with the penetration and the dish created that clean look, but the Hawks misfire on their final attempt of the half, and we've reached the intermission. 32-25. Iowa led by 12 at one time. The lead is 7 here at the intermission. Stay tuned for the first half recap from the NCAA tournament in Tampa. University of Iowa Healthcare halftime show is next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you. So why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark for coverage you can count on. Find your plan at wellmark.com. This is the University of Iowa Healthcare Halftime Show. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives.
Gary Dolphin with Bobby Hansen. We're at halftime. Iowa leading Clemson. This 8-9 seed game. Hawks are a 9 seed, Clemson the 8 seed. All of the 9 seeds have won today. Bobby, that's a good sign.
That is a good sign. It's an equally matched game,
it is.
Gary, 8-9, but the 9 seed get a little chip on your shoulder, playing a little bit harder.
Hawks are up 32-25 at the half. Iowa led by 12 early, 18-6. It was rebounding and defense that got the Hawks the lead that they've not given up.
Right from the get-go, too. It's also the play of Cale Combs from the get-go. Yeah, he hit that three-pointer to start it, and then another basket. Tavian Banks in there. Bennett Sturts got rolling, so I really like the way the Hawks are playing, Gary. They could be up a lot more than they are right now by just 7 points, but turning Clemson over. They're controlling the rebounds, 18-13 in favor of the Hawks. Now you need to settle in here in the second half, play smart. What I see happening is Clemson is going to try to pound you inside.
NCAA tournament basketball on the Hawkeye Radio Network. At halftime, we're sponsored by University of Iowa Healthcare, here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives. For all of Iowa and beyond, visit uihealthcare.org. 32-25 Iowa at the half over the Clemson Tigers. Big Ten leading the ACC. And we're back to Tampa in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Life's busy. Quick Start makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks. Hey, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Need gas? We've got fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus perks like free ATMs, no hidden fees, and free air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track. Stop in to Quick Start today.
You're a Hawkeye. You named your dog Kinnick and your cat Herky. Your morning alarm is back in black. Yep, you're a Hawkeye. And now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Low fees and great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like your choice of a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card, Iowa merchandise, and exclusive giveaways. You've spent more time at Finkbine than you have at your office, so we know you're a Hawkeye. Now make it pay with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice. Learn more at hawkeyeaccount.com.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is brought to you by Quick Start, Better Business Bureau, Lennox, American Equity, Tournament Club of Iowa, Big Grove, Oak Knoll, U.S. Cellular.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back in Tampa at halftime of this first round NCAA tournament game, Iowa leading Clemson 32-25 at the halftime intermission. The Hawks controlled tempo for the first 12-13 minutes, and Clemson had its only hot streak of the half. That said, they're shooting just 37% for the game, but hit some shots, hit 3 consecutive threes late in that first half to chop an Iowa 12-point lead down to 7 at the intermission, 32-25. Our halftime stat report brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Get grad party ready, Hawk fans. Hy-Vee makes planning easy with convenient catering options, party trays, desserts, drinks, and all the essentials you need to celebrate your grad. No extra stops, no extra stress. Shop online at Hy-Vee.com today. Iowa led in scoring that first half by Cale Combs. He made all 4 of his field goal attempts. Both free throws. He's got 11 points. His career high is 18. He'll threaten that hopefully before the night's over. Bennett Sturtz with 8, 6 for Tavion Banks. A 3-point goal for Cooper Koch and a 3-point strike by Alvaro Fulgaris. The Hawks shoot 10 of 24 from the field, 5 of 15 from 3. 42% for the game, 33% from 3. Iowa's out-rebounded Clemson 18-13. That is a telling number indeed, including 5 offensive boards for the Hawkeyes. Clemson led in scoring in the first half by Butta Johnson. He hit back-to-back threes. He has 8 total. 5 points each for Dylan Hunter and R.J. Godfrey, their leading scorer. He's 2 for 5. So the Hawks have done a good job on him. 10 of 27 was Clemson from the field. 4 of 11 from 3. Those last 3 came in the final 3-4 minutes. Clemson shooting 37% for the first half, 36% from distance. The Hawks have led by as many as 12 and have never trailed. And lead here at the break 32-25. Turnovers not really a factor. 3 for Clemson and 4 for the Hawkeyes. Paint scores about even. Clemson with 12, Iowa with 10. That's our halftime stat recap courtesy of Hy-Vee. Our charity stripe review is brought to you by Latham Seeds, Great Southern Bank, and EMC Insurance. Our charity stripe recap courtesy of Latham Seeds, EMC Insurance, and the Great Southern Bank, donating to the American Cancer Society for every free throw by the Hawkeyes this season. Iowa winning at the foul line, 7 of 9 in the first half, 78%. Double checking here. Bennett Sturtz had 3 makes and 4 tries. Tavion Banks 2 for 2. Hawks 7 of 9 for the first half. Clemson only got there twice and made 1. That's our first half charity stripe recap. Brought to you by Latham Seeds, EMC Insurance, and Great Southern Bank. Hawks up 32-25 at the half over the Clemson Tigers. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by University of Iowa Healthcare and Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hawkeye Nation, here's something big. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. That means Iowa fans are now on America's largest 5G network, bringing even more strength and coverage to every game day and every day. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to power every call, every post, every celebration. U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile. Better together.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Halftime coverage here from the NCAA tournament brought to you by University of Iowa Healthcare. Here for you no matter where you are in the state. And Hawkeye Hoops coming your way courtesy of Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites. Find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Reviewing the scoreboard from around the country in the NCAA tournament, courtesy of Community Choice Credit Union. High fees, unfair charges, no early paydays. Well, no bank you. Become an unbanker instead at Community Choice Credit Union. These are all finals. Earlier today in the Midwest region, Kentucky outlasted Santa Clara in overtime, 89-84. Texas Tech 12 better than Akron, 20 better than Akron, 91-71. So the Zips of Coach John Gross, former Illinois coach, are done for the year. Virginia rallied to beat Wright State, 82-73. The second-ranked Iowa State Cyclones flex their muscles. The Clones big over Tennessee State. That's a 2 seed versus a 15. It was all Iowa State, 108-74. Now Joshua Jefferson injured an ankle, turned an ankle, looked like it was pretty good. Hopefully he's going to be okay going forward. Ankle's better than a knee. They can rewrap that baby, and don't know if he came back. He left the game around halftime for Iowa State, but we hope Joshua Jefferson is back playing on Sunday. But the Cyclones win at 108-74 over Tennessee State. And Alabama here at the Benchmark International Arena beat Hofstra in the first game this afternoon, 90-70. At the West region, number 1 ranked Arizona easily over Long Island, 92-58. Utah State knocked off Villanova, the 9 seed beating 8 Villanova, 86-76. And Tennessee, no problem with Miami, Ohio, 78-56, ending Miami, Ohio's storybook run through the season. Purdue is hosting Queens University. They just tipped off, and Purdue has an early 5-point lead. Other partial scores: UCLA out in front of Central Florida, 18-12. And not good news if you're a Northern Iowa Panther fan. St. John's out to an early 20-3 lead. Hopefully Ben Jacobson's club can rally right now. That's our Community Choice Credit Union scoreboard update. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Want all the benefits of a new Honda for a fraction of the price? It's not a dream. It's a dream deal. Get 0.99% APR financing on certified pre-owned Honda Civics, HRVs, CRVs, and Passports. Backed by Honda's 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every certified pre-owned Honda goes through a 182-point inspection and is reconditioned like new. To get 0.99% financing on certified pre-owned Hondas, search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. For well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 4/30/26.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Before we go to the second half, Iowa leading Clemson 32-25 here at the NCAA tournament in Tampa. Let's hear from Bryceton Williams, Hawkeye assistant coach. He had the scout on today's game. He's with our Bobby Hansen out in the hallway. Our halftime coaches interview comes your way each game day, courtesy of the great Iowa John Deere dealers, including Sinclair Tractor, Bodensteiner Implement, Van Wald Equipment, P&K Midwest, and KC Nielsen. We appreciate their support of the Hawks all season long because nothing runs like a deer.
Bryceton, you guys are battling in there. You're hanging in there with the Buckeyes, but they're just big guys inside seem to have their way. How do you combat that, change that in the second half?
Well, our point of attack on the ball has to be
we hope to have Bobby's interview on this game. Not the Buckeyes, but the Tigers of Clemson. Let's see if we can locate that for you here. 3 minutes till the start of the second half. Iowa up 32-25 over Clemson. Just a quick review of leading scorers in that first half. Double-figure scorer Cale Combs with 11, 8 for Bennett Sturd, 6 for Tavian Banks. For Clemson, their leading scorer 8 for Butta Johnson on the strength of a pair of threes. He's hit 2 out of 3 to lead Clemson. All right, Bobby now is ready with Bryceton Williams on the first half. Iowa leading Clemson by 7.
Bryceton, really good first half there for the Hawkeyes. Cale Combs got you guys off the mark, and then everybody else kind of fell in line. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, he was aggressive for us early, and which was much needed, and we need him to keep being aggressive in the second half, getting paint, finding shooters, and then relieving some of that pressure off of Bennett.
Yeah, one thing that I see Clemson going to try to pound this thing inside. What do you think they're going to come out with?
Yeah, that's what they do. Obviously, they're going to keep going into the paint, into the post. We got to make sure that we're helping each other with 5 guys. We're kind of getting spread out, worrying about our own guy. We got to make sure we shrink the floor, protect the paint. And when it does go in the paint or in the post, we got to make sure that we're helping digging and making nothing easy.
Okay, thanks, Bryce.
Thank you.
Bryceton Williams with Bobby Hansen, brought to you by the great Iowa John Deere dealers, including KC Nielsen, P&K Midwest, Van Wall Equipment, Bodensteiner Implement, and Sinclair Tractor. Yeah, they're trying to pound the ball inside. Clemson is, and the Hawks have done a good job in that first half, so that led to more threes than we like for the Clemson guards.
Yeah, that's one thing, Gary, that you're probably going to give up if you double team, try to give some help down low on Big Davidson in there, and R.J. Godfrey is one I think they're going to be going after inside. So you got to really recover and hope they don't make them. I guess the one guy that has made them in there is Butta Johnson. He's got 2 of them, 8 points to lead Clemson.
Time to take a look at what's on tap. Brought to you by Big Grove Brewery. Softball opens Big Ten home slate at Pearl Field this weekend. I think they're playing their first game today or tonight. Coach Stacey May Johnson and company. Women's basketball, of course, hosts Fairleigh Dickinson at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Sold out Carver Hawkeye Arena. Earlier today, who was at Virginia and Arizona State? Virginia won that game, so they move on to play Georgia in the other half, the other bracket in the Iowa City Regional. And baseball's on the road at Michigan State this weekend. Heller's crew won 2 out of 3 at Penn State last weekend. Hopefully can do the same, although today's game was rained out or postponed. So they'll play 2 either tomorrow or Sunday. Grab an Easy Eddie, fresh, juicy, and just what you need for game day. Easy Eddie, it's easy to enjoy responsibly. Big Grove is your destination for every Iowa Hawkeye basketball game. Catch all the action with great food, warm hospitality, and ice cold beer at Big Grove. 10-second ID break here, 10-second pause for station identification before we head to the second half. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Hawk fans are tuned in Honey Creek and Hutchins, Hartwick and Hampton. I even found a Hanson, Iowa, up in, I believe it's Franklin County. So
a lot of good people up in Hanson,
yeah,
Iowa.
No doubt named after the Hanson family. Here's Combs to start the second half. Throws it into the corner to Mannion. Hawks spread the floor. Mannion, Sturts, Koch, Banks, and Cale Combs. Sturts hits a three, spot on top of the circle. Shot fake. The defender went flying by him, and he had a wide open look from 23.
Completely under control, Gary. The whole possession right there, just waited for the Clemson guy to do the flyby, and Bennett calmly sinks another three.
Reach-in foul called on Cale Combs on Clemson's first possession of the second half. On Cooper Koch, who got switched off on 6'10" Nick Davidson and caught for the reach. 30 seconds gone, second half. Second foul on Cooper. Iowa's lead back to 10 at 35-25. Here's Butta Johnson, guarded by Sturts. Hawks hope for a start to the second half like they had in the first half. Dylan Hunter with the ball. Crosses over, gets around Koch. Shot up, blocked away by Mannion. Into the seats. Great help defense by Cam Mannion.
Cam was eyeing that the whole way, Gary. Saw the shot clock winding down, nowhere to go for Clemson, and Cam spikes it out of bounds.
4 on the shot clock. They'll bring it in from underneath out of bounds. Here's a pitch in the lane, shot up too hard. Thrown up there by forward R.J. Godfrey, and the Hawks get the rebound and clear out. Starts into the front court to Combs. Here's Banks, back to Bennett, center of the floor. 1 minute gone, second half. Sturts on a screen and roll to Banks. He hops into the paint, double teamed, nowhere to go, forces it up, blocked away, but right to teammate Cam Mannion. To a cutting Sturts, to the wing and Koch. 4-3, no good, strong, rebounded by Sturts. Bennett Sturts doing everything. Scoring, rebounding, passing, and he gets it out front to Cale Combs. The Hawks reload. 18.5 minutes to play. Combs gets into heavy traffic. He drove right into a double team, and that's an easy jump ball call. Cale just drove into heavy traffic, nowhere to go.
Yeah, got to take your time a little bit on that one there. Bennett did a nice job getting the offensive rebound. Kept the possession alive for the Hawkeyes, but you see a desperate Clemson team is going after the basketball every opportunity they have.
Iowa by 10. That's a turnover on the Hawks. They give the ball back to Clemson on the alternating arrow. And here are the Tigers. Johnson into the front court. Deep three on the way. That's short, no good, but nobody goes and gets the ball other than Clemson. Cam Mannion with a nice block out, but they get the ball back, and here's a three. No good. This time Combs clears for the Hawkeyes. And the Hawks dodge a 22 there.
More missed three-point field goals by Clemson. They are now 4 of 13.
Hawks are 6 of 17 and hopefully can improve on that number. Combs around a screen, and he walked with it. Man, Cale, come on. Cale Combs, back-to-back turnovers by the Iowa guard. He's leading Iowa with 11 points, but unforced errors, they can be fatal in the NCAA tournament. 6 turnovers for the Hawks, just 3 for Clemson. And another empty possession for Iowa. Here come the Tigers on the prowl. Hunter reverses dribble motion, goes left wing. Skip past baseline. A drive into the paint by Godfrey. He jumps up and through a defender. Oh, and a late whistle and a foul called on a stationary Tavian Banks. Ooh, Ben McCullum is hot about that call. I don't blame him. Banks was standing there. Godfrey jumped into him, but gets the foul call. And now 2 free throws. Second foul on Cale Combs. So R.J. Godfrey at the line shooting 65%. Hits the first free throw. Ooh, those turnovers. Leading to free throws for R.J. Godfrey. 17:40 to play in the game. Hawks trying to advance to face either top seed Florida on Sunday. They play the next game here. Second free throw missed by Godfrey, so the Hawks limit the damage. Now look to score. Banks has the ball poked away by Godfrey. Gets it to Mannion. He drives into the paint. Throws to the wing and Koch. Here's Sturts. Screened by Mannion. Sturts can't break free. Now a foul called on Dylan Hunter of Clemson. Coach McCullum has a word for his floor leader, Bennett Sturts. Fouled on Hunter, the senior from Atlanta. His first. Team's first here in the second half. Shot clock resets to 20. Sturtz faces a double team, dribbles away from it, hooks a pass to Combs, right back to Sturtz. 10 to shoot. 17:09 to play in the game. Bennett with a stop-go move, back up jump shot, no good. Banks goes over the back.
Ooh, they're going to get Tavian.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Over the shoulder of R.J. Godfrey, and Godfrey flicked them off, setting up position for rebounding, and Tavian picks up his third foul. Just a little too over-aggressive, and he's going to have to sit for a while, and that hurts the Hawks' rebounding prowess. No, a much smaller Isaiah Howard comes into the game. He can get off the floor. Let's see if he can get some boards. Here's a backdoor and a dunk and a foul on Iowa. Set play, nice pass from Butta Johnson to Godfrey. They took advantage of Howard right away on the interior. A dunk and now a free throw, and now Clemson back to within 9.
Foul going to be on Cam Manyow, his first, as he came over to try to help Isaiah Howard out.
Back to within 7, 35-28. Free throws down through by Godfrey. He starts to heat up. And the closest Clemson's been in a while, 35-29 Iowa. 16:50 to go. Jake Wallen comes back into the game, so they've got two 6'10 youngsters and Chase Thompson, a 6'8 freshman. A lot of tall timber in that lineup now for the Tigers. The Hawks survey the landscape with the basketball. Combs, a screen by Manyow. Combs drives into heavy traffic, gets it out front for Koch. Now to Howard, a screen for Howard to Sturtz. He gets into the paint. Little lobber in the lane is no good. Rebounded by Clemson. Bennett short stringed it. Tigers gain a little momentum here as they've gotten back to within 6 of the Hawks. 3.5 minutes into the second period. And now the ball right back. Hunter jump stops, now drives into the paint with the ball. Here's a baseline cut, shot up and good. Jump shot by Thompson. It's a 4-point Iowa lead.
Dribble penetration broke the Hawkeyes down there. Thompson slashing in from the right side there, gets a tough layup.
35-31 Iowa. Iowa needs a score. Go to your leader Sturtz. He lobs to Combs in the corner. 4-3. No good. It's tipped out though by Koch to Sturtz. Second look for the Hawks in the offensive end. Sturtz switched off on by Jake Wallen. 10 at 6'10. Gets around him. Shot is up and no good from the wing. Clemson with a rebound. Another stop for the Tigers. Iowa needs a stop. Buckner into the front court. Circles left wing with the dribble. Now right side for Wallen. Davidson. He gets into the paint. And a whistle. I think we're going to have a holding foul on Cam Manyow. And the officials' timeout couldn't come at a better time for Iowa. 15-22 to play in the ball game. Iowa's lead is cut to 4. Clemson will keep the basketball. Hawks have gone 4.5 minutes without a score. 0 for their last 6. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quickstar keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a delicious bakery treat, or our take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. And while you're fueling up with Quick Star's fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. We're all about saving you time, money, and making your life easy. Quick Star's here for you whenever you need us.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Hawkeyes have been whistled for 5 team fouls, and we're not 5 minutes into the second half. Clemson's defense is stiffened here to start the second half. And the Tigers have outscored the Hawks 6-3. Iowa had a 3 to start the second half, but have since gone 4.5 minutes without a score. And now the 15th foul on Iowa, second on Cam Manyow. Don't know if he'll go to the bench. Not a shooting foul. Clemson basketball when play resumes. Time for a Midwest One Bank quick stat. Midwest One Bank, small enough to care, big enough to deliver. Member FDIC. Clemson has 5 more points off turnovers, Bobby, and that's gotten them back in the game.
Yeah, they're a desperate team right now, Gary, and teams will do that. You see the end of the season right ahead of you here, but 15-22 to go. The Hawks still in control with a 4-point lead. Now you got to play defense, Gary, without fouling.
And here we go. Manyow still in the game with Koch. Isaiah Howard. Tate Sage re-enters. Here's a screen and a roll and a missed dunk attempt. Koch blocked the ball away, but the loose ball picked up by Clemson. Here's a 3 from the wing. It's rims and comes out. And the Hawks fight themselves over the ball, and it skims out to the wing where it's tracked down again by Clemson. You got to be kidding me. Third look for Clemson in the offensive end. Here's Buckner for 3. No good. Rebounded Isaiah Howard finally.
Yeah.
Wow. Come on, Hawks. Into the front court comes Sturtz. Iowa 35, Clemson 31. Hawks have led by as many as 12. They've never trailed in the game. Manyow screens for Bennett. Double screen. Back to Manyow on the lane. Throws to the wing to Koch, who's hit his only 3 look tonight, but he just hasn't gotten open for shots. 5 to shoot for the Hawkeyes. Here's Sturtz. Passes up the 3. Sage has to let fly. No good. Short. Manyow with a rebound. And a foul on Clemson. That'll be on Ace Buckner, who slapped him on the forearm. The Hawks will keep the ball. 14:22 to play. Second foul on Buckner. Davidson comes out of the game for Clemson.
Hawkeyes doing a really good job on the glass.
They are. Jake Wallen back in. Howard will inbound along the baseline left of the goal. Slaps the basketball. Sage comes around a screen, has a shot blocked away from behind. Was going to go up for the dunk, tried to lay it up there, and it was blocked away. Here come the Tigers on the roll. Godfrey into the paint. Shot is up and good. Crawls in. It's a 2-point Iowa lead. 35-33.
No secret what they're doing. They are just giving it to their big man and letting him go to work.
Hawks misfire at their end, and Clemson makes them pay. Iowa's lead has all but disappeared. Sturtz for 3 from the wing. Good. Money man. How big was that? Timeout Iowa. 13:48 to play in the game. That ends a near 6-minute drought for the Hawkeyes, but hopefully a flood of points coming off the Bennett Sturtz 3. Good ball movement that time by the Hawkeyes, and they beat that Clemson defense to a spot in the floor.
Yeah, again, rebounds. Hawkeyes doing a nice job, and as you mentioned, Gary, when in need, get it to your money man. That's Bennett Sturtz.
That guy could play in bib overalls. That's how blue collar of a worker he is. He's never stops. He's never stationary. Always moving. Always looking for an open spot with or without the basketball. And Manyow's offensive rebound saved the possession for the Hawks. Iowa back up 5, 38-33. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wilmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield from Learfield.
Hawkeye Nation, here's something big. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. That means Iowa fans are now on America's largest 5G network, bringing even more strength and coverage to every game day and every day. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to power every call, every post, every celebration. U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile. Better together.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
A big three-point goal by Bennett Sturtz has the Hawks back up 5, 38-33. Just under 14 minutes to play in the game here in this opening NCAA regional tournament game from Tampa. Clemson had chopped a 12-point lead down to 2, but the Hawks stretch it back to 5. Sturtz with 14 with his third 3 of the night. Clemson basketball as we get back to action here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. They stay with the big lineup. Chase Thompson inbounds to Ace Buckner. Chase to Ace. He brings it into the front court, gets around Isaiah Howard. Holds up right of the lane. Now to the wing, a 3-ball air ball by the big guy Jake Wallen, and the Hawks have it land in their lap. Isaiah Howard kept his eyes on the ball all the way. The Hawks get a stop and hopefully a basket at the other end of the floor. Sturtz dribble driving around Dallas Thomas, who's just into the game. Or no, that's not Thomas. It's Dylan Hunter. Excuse me. Here's Maniau to Koch. 4-3. No good. Little strong. Maniau with another offensive rebound. Throws it out top for Howard. Wow. What an effort by Cam.
All night long, Cam Maniau has been a man on the boards.
He's got 9 rebounds. I'd say his manhood is checked on the glass. Here's Sage driving into the paint, leans into the 6'10" man scoop. Layup is good. A beautiful move, normally not made by a freshman.
Yeah, how about that footwork? Looked like Luka Garza in there with the pirouette move for the basket.
Hawks with 5 in a row. They're back up 7, 40-33. Buckner into the front court. Iowa's man-to-man is stiffened here. Dylan Hunter with a bounce pass center of the floor. Stop and go move into the lane. Shot no good off the side of the glass. Great defense again. Buckner misdirected that shot. Maniau with his 10th rebound. And here come the Hawks with the ball up 7. 12-19 to go in the game. Sturtz circles right to left. Now back toward the Iowa bench right in front of us. Into the corner he goes. Here's a drive by Sage. Shot up and good again, and a foul call. Chase Thompson not quick enough at 6'8" to stay with 6'6" Tate Sage. We've been raving about this kid all year long. He's just patiently bided his time, waited for his minutes, and has he come up big here in this stretch, Bob?
In the second half, Gary, he barely played in the first half. Just the final minute of the first half he got in there, but man, he has brought some energy here to start the second half.
Iowa back up 9, a 7-0 run. Sage at the line for the and one. And Tate has a chance for his 6th point of the game. A couple field goals and hopefully a couple free throws. Tate Sage. Short string that one. It kicks out long though to Sturtz. And the Hawks have a fresh possession with 12:02 to play in the game.
Been the story of the game, Gary. The Hawkeyes on the boards.
And a lob pass by Sturtz to Fulgaris. Over the back comes RJ Godfrey, and he picks up the foul. Their star has 2. Timeout on the floor. And the Hawkeyes go to the huddle with 11:57 to go in the game, leading 42-36. 33. And the basketball when we come back. This is Hawkeye Basketball. Presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Cam Magnow with 10 rebounds, 4 offensive. And the Hawks in second chance points lead Clemson 7-0. 7-0 in second chance points. The Hawks are up 9. 11:57 to go in the game. Robert?
Yeah, it's been an entertaining basketball game, Gary. The Hawks are playing well, and so many positives there. Number one is the rebounding, the numbers there. The Hawkeyes winning that battle 30-21 with those 11 offensive rebounds, 4 by Cam, and he's just setting the tone. He's going after every shot up on the rim.
Ben McCollum sends out Cooper Koch, Bennett Sturtz, Al Folgaris, Tate Sage, and Isaiah Howard. This lineup has been productive. Here come the Clemson Tigers out of the ACC on the floor. Koch will inbound. Hawks another look in the offensive end in this one possession. A bounce feed to Folgaris from Bennett. Backdoor cut. Bennett drives into a double team. Back to the wing and Tate Sage. 8 to shoot. Sage for Sturtz. Around a Folgaris screen all the way to the basket. Sturtz up off the glass, no good. Folgaris with the putback, good. Reverse hook layup.
Alvaro stayed in the middle of that play the whole way. Bennett knew he had to get a shot up on the rim. Alvaro followed him to the rim and got the offensive rebound and put back.
Iowa back up 11, 44-33. 9-0 run by the Hawks, 11:20 to play. Here's a drive around Tate Sage. He shuts him off. Dylan Hunter returns the feed back on point to Justin Porter. Here's a long three. That's short, but another 50-50 ball gathered in by Clemson. Ben McCullum is hot about that. And Al Folgaris leaning too hard on Nick Davidson as he caught a bounce pass along the sideline, gets called for the foul. Now that's 16 fouls on the Hawks with 11:06 to go. The next one puts Clemson at the foul line the rest of the way. And they got to understand to play without fouling. Boy, Ben McCullum is still hot about that ball. That 50-50 ball the Hawks didn't get to. So Clemson keeps it with 11:06 to go. Here's a bounce into the paint and a foul called on Iowa, and that'll be another one, I think, on Folgaris.
And I'm going to get Tate Sage.
Tate instead.
Got
Bottom
beat on
line
a back
is
cut. Yeah.
17 fouls on Iowa and free throws the rest of the game with 11:05 to play. Starting with Davidson. Nick Davidson in 6'10", the senior, transfer from Nevada. Gets 2 here. First one is good. That ends a 3-minute scoring drought for Clemson. Now 4 of 6 from the foul line, so the Hawks are going to have to play clean, or a lot cleaner going forward. They don't want to keep putting Clemson at the foul line, stopping that clock. 44-34 Hawkeyes. 44-35 as Davidson hits them both. He will come out of the game, and R.J. Godfrey comes back in. Davidson at 67% on the year, makes 2. Now the Hawkeyes trot into the front court. Bennett Sturtz bounces for Fulgaris, and he throws it over Bennett Sturt's head, and Sturtz just tried to save the ball. He just threw it backwards blindly, and it went off a Clemson thigh out of bounds. Iowa keeps the ball with 18 to shoot. That's when you know things are going your way.
Heads up play by Bennett Sturtz to save an errant pass. Went over his head, and it's lucky it didn't hurt the Clemson kid. He right in the face, I believe.
I don't know what Al was doing there. He just shot putted it over Sturt's head. Here's a lob for Tate Sage. Fulgaris drives in around his man, lays it up and in and scores. Al Fulgaris. Olé, the Spaniard, with a drive and a dish, and now a free throw.
Yeah, the ball was whipped around the outside of the perimeter there by the Hawkeyes, and Bennett Sturtz had a look, but he gave the ball to Alvaro, gave him a look like, take it, man. He went hard to the basket, gets the N1.
Jake Wallen out of the game. Chase Thompson back in for Clemson. Coach Brownell not happy with Wallen's defense, and Al Fulgaris at the line for the N1. Free throw is good for Alvaro. Hawks on a 12-2 run, lead it by 12. Matches their biggest lead of the game after Clemson had closed it within 2. 10.5 to go. We're midway through the second half. Hawks trying to get to the round of 32. Here's a shot up in the lane. Wild shot, no good. Hawks get the rebound. Tate Sage with a beautiful block out on Godfrey. Hawks are running. Fulgaris sprints into the front court at 6'9". Reverses motion out top for Sage. Now to Sturtz. Godfrey has him on the switch. 10-14 to play. Bennett can beat him off the dribble. Instead goes to Tate Sage with 12 to shoot. Sturtz crossover dribble, gets around Godfrey, throws to a trailing Fulgaris. Fulgaris can't get there though, and it's intercepted by Godfrey. Turnover on the Hawks, 7 for the game. Here's a lob inside to Godfrey. He muscles up and lays it up and in. Cale Combs had no chance, had to just get out of his way. Points off turnovers for Clemson. 8-1 in favor of Clemson. Points off turnovers. 47-37. Iowa's lead sliced back to 10. 9.5 to go. This has been a physical slugfest. A brawl here in the second half by these man-to-man defenses. Fulgaris dribbles right wing, heads for the baseline, gets trapped down there, leaves it though to a cutting Tate Sage. He lays it up and in. Great body control by Tate Sage. He flexes the pipes as he's laying on the floor. How Fulgaris saw him, Bobby, in that traffic jam, I'll never know.
He just saw him out of the corner of his eye, Gary, and trusted your teammate to come get that basketball. Nice catch in traffic by Tate Sage, and what a play for a freshman.
Weak side cut by Sage. He saw Fulgaris in trouble. 3 defenders around him, and the wraparound pass found the freshman in motion. And he's at the foul line for the N1. He missed the last time there. Let's see if he can convert here as Iowa goes back up 12, 49-37. Free throw no good. Crawls off the right of the iron. Hawks are 8 for 12 from the foul line. 9:17 to go. 49-37 Iowa. Butta Johnson hit a couple big threes in the first half. Throws up a long three here. No good. And the rebound tipped by Combs to Sturtz. No hurry. Hawks will be deliberate here with every possession now.
Looking over at the Clemson bench, Brad Brownell looking really nervous over there.
Didn't like that shot selection by Butta. 8:50 to play. Hawks leading by 12. That's their biggest margin of the night. Sturtz throws cross court to Fulgaris. He goes into the paint around Godfrey, leans in and is fouled by Godfrey. Boy, he kept that plant foot on the floor, thankfully. He's bouncing around, shifting hips, and drew enough contact to get the whistle.
Yeah, it was just enough shifting hips. Godfrey off a little bit, stumbled right into him, and Alvaro to the line for 2.
Well, they're both, Godfrey's a little over 6'7", Al's 6'9", but Godfrey's 240. Fulgaris' free throw is good. Al will get another from Malaga, Spain. 6'9", 230 pounds. And he's not a little guy. The Horizon League Player of the Year a year ago for Robert Morris. He got him into the NCAA tournament a year ago. He knows what this atmosphere is like.
Playing like it too, Gary. I like the way he's playing. He's in the attack mode.
The run for the Hawkeyes is 16-2. This after Clemson closed to within 2. The Hawks lead it by 14. 51-37. 8:29 to play. Here's Clemson on the prowl. The Tigers spread out that Iowa man-to-man. They're looking to get it inside. They go baseline right to Godfrey. Folgaris has the task of stopping him. Back to the wing, and a three is good. Rattles in for Justin Porter, the grad transfer from Middle Tennessee. Iowa's lead is 11 at 51-40. 8:07 to go. Cale Combs. Crossover dribble gets it into the front court on Ace Buckner. Hawks go 4 in, 1 out. Combs free to go anywhere he wants. Behind the back dribble. Gets down right of the lane to Folgaris. Spot on three. No good short. Koch tips it out to Combs. Hawks get a free look. Here's Combs driving into the paint. Throws to the wing to Koch. Shot fake by Cooper. Drives baseline left. Out top for Combs. Right wing for Sage. 7:39 to play in the game. And a Tate Sage pass directed toward Folgaris is knocked into the Iowa bench. So the Hawks will keep the ball with 7 to shoot as an official's timeout is present. Hawkeyes 51, Clemson 40. Oh, there's nothing like tournament pressure, especially when it's the NCAA tournament. One and done. You lose, you go home. You win, you advance. And in all probability, #1 seed Florida will be waiting on Sunday. And the Hawks would love that opportunity. Back to Tampa in just a minute. This is Hawkeye Basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
You're a Hawkeye. You named your dog Kinnick and your cat Herky. Your morning alarm is back in black. Yep. You're a Hawkeye. And now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Low fees and great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like your choice of a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card, Iowa merchandise, and exclusive giveaways. You've spent more time at Finkbine than you have at your office, so we know you're a Hawkeye. Now make it pay with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice. Learn more at hawkeyeaccount.com.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Men's Basketball.
Hawkeyes leading Clemson 51-40 with 7:36 to play in this opening round NCAA tournament regional game from Tampa. Hawks will have the ball in 7 seconds to shoot in the possession when play resumes. Iowa has never trailed. Clemson cut the lead to 2 early in the second half, and the Hawks have since gone on a 16-5 run and lead at 51-40. Out comes Koch, Sturtz, Folgaris, Tate Sage, and Cale Combs. Cam Manyaw with 10 rebounds is on the bench. Tavian Banks has 3 fouls. He hasn't played in a while. You would expect those guys to come back sooner than later. Sturtz ready to inbound, does so to Combs. Into the far corner for Cooper, and he's knocked down. That'll be 3 free throws. Cooper was a little delayed in letting the shot go and trying to time his leap to block it. Buckner at 6'3". I don't know why he thought he was going to block 6'8", but 3 free ones coming for a very good free throw shooter.
Yeah, good job by Cooper Koch of making himself available in the left corner right in front of us here. And I think he caught Buckner sleeping. He was still looking over at the bench during the timeout, and Cooper smartly threw it up there and got fouled. He'll shoot 3.
That's 3 fouls on Hunter. He'll come out of the game, or on Buckner, excuse me. Into the game is Dallas Thomas, a redshirt freshman from Little Rock. Cooper makes the first and the second. Iowa's up by its widest margin at 53-40. One more coming for Cooper Koch. Hawks shooting just 40% from the game for the game, but making their free throws now 12 of 16. Koch makes all 3. And the Hawks are up 14, 54-40. 7:27 to go. Here's Clemson into the front court. Catch by 6'11", and a layup, a score. Around Fulgaris goes Nick Davidson. He caught it high post left, whirled around Al, who just had to let him go once he got a step on him. And it's 54-42 Iowa. Tate Sage dribbling the ball on point at 6'6". A screen from Fulgaris. Tate into the lane, throws it back out top for Al. And now a charging foul on Iowa. Cooper Koch gets called for the knockdown. Trying to work his way through Justin Porter. So a score by Clemson. Now they get the ball right back on a foul on Iowa. And we go under 7 minutes to play in the game. 54-42 Iowa. Critical moment of the game here. Hawks need a stop. Hunter for that quick guard Porter. He backs it out near the timeline. Crossover, it's getting the corner. Here's a throw in the corner, and a 3 is good. Dylan Hunter brings Clemson right back to within 9. That 14-point lead melted by 5 in a hurry. 6.5 to go. Hawks have not scored a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes. Here's Fulgaris. They need one here. Hand off to Combs. He's shoved off his spot by Porter to Sage. Skip pass to Fulgaris right of the lane to a cutting Combs. Layup too hard, no good. Kale threw it up there too hard. Rebounded by Davidson. Back come the Tigers. They're looking for 3 more. Here's a corner 3. Good. You've got to be kidding me. Dallas Thomas just in the game. 8 straight quick ones, and it's a 6-point lead for Iowa. 54-48. 5:55 to play. Hawks out of sync offensively. Credit Clemson's man-to-man defense. That means Bennett Sturt's time. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's a screen by Fulgaris. He has the ball knocked away and a turnover, but the Hawks re-steal it. Koch steals the outlet. Sturts for 3. No good. Kicks long to Combs. He's back to the basket. Misses a shot, but he's going to get free throws. Great effort by Iowa on the offensive glass. And Cale Combs will shoot a pair. 54-48. 8-0 run by Clemson has cut that 14-point lead in half. But now 2 free throws for Cale Combs. Aggressiveness again on the glass by Iowa.
It's outstanding. It has been the whole game, Gary. The Hawkeyes have been relentless on the offensive board. Maniau and Combs and Tavion Banks.
We have a bloody nose here.
You're going to look at something.
On Hunter. Hunter. We're going to review maybe that last contact play. Combs is to be rewarded 2 free throws, we think. All plays under review this season are brought to you by Athletico Physical Therapy. Let's look at it here on the replay. Cale goes up, and the defender just got underneath him and accidentally caught an elbow on the schnoz. I'm not sure what they're reviewing. There's nothing flagrant there that we saw anyway on Cale Combs, but Athletico Physical Therapy brings you every review. You don't need a jersey to move with purpose or permission to take your healing seriously. At Athletico, recovery refuels and fuels what's possible. Move like you mean it. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com, a proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Athletico Hawkeye basketball is brought to you all season long by Midwest One Bank, combining sophisticated banking solutions and local expertise in delivering a custom financial strategy unique to your needs. Midwest One Bank, small enough to care, big enough to deliver. And by Wimmers, at the game or at home. Wimmers premium quality hot dogs and sausages score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmers, the official hot dog of the Iowa Hawkeyes. They're reviewing the foul. They've given the foul to Clemson, and we think 2 free throws to Cale Combs. That's what I saw, Bobby.
Yeah, fouls on the kid Hunter. Dylan Hunter stood in there and took the shot from Cale Combs. I think it's just incidental contact and normal basketball play.
Well, you know, one of Clemson's most famous alums, other than basketball stars, Horace Grant, your old teammate, Larry Nance, who played 14 seasons in the NBA, and Tree Rollins, one of my favorite players. Maybe the most famous is Dolph Lundgren.
Didn't know that.
James Bond movies.
I know Horace Grant. I don't know.
Rocky IV.
Dolph. Okay.
Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren was known as for his physicality. We've had Dolph Lundgren. Can you imagine him setting a screen on you?
No. I'll destroy you.
Knock you into
Rocky.
Knock you into next week. So here's Cale Combs. It is a common foul. 2 free throws for Cale. First one is good. Cale's 2 for 2. He's got a dozen points. Did most of his damage starting the game. Got Iowa out to a nice lead with a pair of threes and a drive for 2. First point of the second half is big. Now another free throw. Lefty lets it go and it curls in. The Hawks are back up 7. Make it 8. 56-48. Now Tavian Banks returns for Cale Combs.
Great game so far, Cale Combs.
Hawks need to guard that three-point line. 7 of 21 is Clemson. Iowa 7 for 24. It has been a tough night shooting the basketball, due in large part to the others' defense. Iowa shooting 40%. Clemson 35%. Here's a drive baseline right by Justin Porter. Out on the wing to Johnson. He's hit a couple threes. He drives in, dips inside the circle, throws to the wing to Porter. He lets a sidestep 3 go and knocks it down. My goodness.
They woke up from 3.
I guess 8 threes for Clemson. It's a 5-point Iowa lead. 5 minutes to go. A berth in Sunday's round of 32 awaits one of these teams. Big Ten versus the ACC. Hawks have never trailed, but Clemson's come close, and they're close again at 5. 56-51. Here's Sturtz. Bounces to Mannion. Right back to the All-Big Ten All-American Bennett Sturtz. He curls down the left side of the lane. Hooks a pass to Mannion. Scoop layup no good, but a foul called on Clemson. Free throws coming for Cam Mannion. Hawks attacking the window, and it's got him 2 more free throws.
Exactly, Gary. Just keep relentless pressure on him. Keep attacking Cam Mannion. That time not to be denied. Good catch in traffic. Went up hard, fouled. 2 free throws for Cam.
Iowa by 5. 2 free throws for Cam Mannion. He has yet to score, but boys, he scored big on the glass. 10 rebounds, and half of them offensive. Misses the first free throw. He'll get one more. Iowa 15 of 20 from the charity stripe. One more for the junior from Kansas City. One of those handful of former Drake Bulldogs. Wipe the basketball off. Perspiration dripping on it.
10 rebounds for Cam.
4:37 to play in the game. Second free throw. Oh boy, that clangs off the back of the iron. Not even close. Hawks missing some critical free throws here in the latter stages of this game. Clemson with the ball down 5. Iowa man-to-man. Here's Hunter. Round a screen by 6'10" Nick Davidson. Gets around Manu. Throws back on top. Another 3 jacked up in an air ball. Out of bounds it goes. Justin Porter never got set when he made the decision to let it go from 3. And flat-footed, he piped it out of bounds.
Wasn't even close, Gary. Went wide right and dropped onto the end line to be Hawkeye basketball.
So the Hawks get a stop with 4:14 to go in the game, and Iowa leading 56-51. Hawks had a 14-point lead 2.5 minutes ago. And they need a basket right here. Here's a holding foul, a grab.
Almost intentional.
On Davidson on Maniau. Both teams have been in the bonus now for a few minutes. Now Iowa is in the double bonus. Cam looks nervous at that free throw line. Come on, son, knock him down.
Take a deep breath.
Talk to him. You were a good free throw shooter.
You got to calm down. You got to block everything out. Right in the middle of the net.
And the first one is way short. 0 for 3.
Yeah, he's shooting it quick. Snapping it off. Just needs to take a deep breath.
4:04 to play in the ball game. Iowa 56, Clemson 51. One more coming for the post player. This one looks much better, and it goes through. Maybe that'll get him going. He's going to get the ball some more. Iowa's lead is 6, 57-51. Hunter into the front court. Dylan Hunter around a screen, gets inside. Nowhere to shoot, though. Throws it to the wing. Now back to Hunter in the corner. Hawks guarding that three-point line. Here's Davidson muscling in on Banks, and a foul called. It'll be a 1-and-1 coming for Davidson as Tavian Banks was bodying up on him. I mean, Davidson lowering the shoulder into Tavian's chest. Tavian gets called for his fourth foul. Timeout on the floor. 3:47 to go. Iowa with a two-possession 57-51 lead. Don't go anywhere. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by University of Iowa Healthcare. Here for you no matter where you are in the state. Changing medicine, changing lives. For all of Iowa and beyond, visit uihealthcare.org. From Tampa, this is the NCAA Regional and Hawkeye basketball from Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hawkeye Nation, here's something big. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. That means Iowa fans are now on America's largest 5G network, bringing even more strength and coverage to every game day and every day. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to power every call, every post, every celebration. U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile, better together.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
3:47 to go. Crunch time, white knuckle time, 57-51 Iowa. Leading Clemson, the Tigers will have two free throws when play resumes in the person of Dick Davidson, 67% free thrower. He'll be at the line for the 1-and-1. And that has been a number that we've been keeping our eyes on. Clemson, 5 of 7 from the foul line. Hawkeyes have made 16 out of 23. So they've got 11 more free throw makes. The Hawks have 11 more rebounds. They've done most things well, but both man-to-man defenses have ruled the day. Both teams shooting 38%, Bob.
Now you need to close them out, Gary. 3.5 to go here, 3:47 to go. You got a 1-and-1 coming for Clemson. Rebound the miss, and then get a good offensive possession, and don't stop rebounding. Done a great job on the board.
It's going to be a free throw fest here in the final 3.5 minutes. For that, Cam Maniau has gone to the bench. 10 rebounds to lead Iowa. Outstanding effort by Cam on the glass. 1 of 4 at the foul line. Now Davidson will shoot the 1-and-1 for Clemson with 3:47 to go. Eyes it. Free throw short off the front of the iron. Oh, it's nerve time at the foul line.
Sure is.
Koch with a clear out for Iowa. Now to Sturtz. Jump passes to Cooper. Out on the left flat to Folgaris. Good ball movement by the Hawkeyes. Al, a bullet pass right at the forehead of Sturtz. He got his hands up and collared it. 10 to shoot. Here's Banks for Cooper. Cooper trying to find a shot. Drives inside. Leans in and draws the foul. Cooper Koch with an up and under move. I mean, you can see Clemson just covering that three-point line for Sturtz and Koch. So good for Cooper. He takes it inside. He's an excellent free thrower.
Really good free throw, sure. And presence of mind, Gary, to realize shot clock winding down. Got to get something up.
3:20 to go. Koch with 2 free throws. Hawks are in the double bonus and leading 57-51. These are big. Hawks up 2 possessions with a little under 3.5 to play. Koch eyes the front of the rim. Let's fly, and it's right through. Cooper 4 for 4 with 1 field goal, 3-point goal. 7 total points, another free throw coming. One more for Koch. 58-51 Iowa. Second one through. 59-51 Iowa. Now defense. Here come the Tigers. Left-handed dribble into the front court comes Dylan Hunter. They spread Iowa out. Here's a baseline pitch to the recently hot Justin Porter from 3. Now back to Hunter. Hunter can shoot the threes. Flagged by Tavian Banks. Now to Porter. They're guarding that 3-point stripe. Baseline right, 6 to shoot, 2:55 to play in the game. Godfrey whirls into the paint around Koch, lays it up and in. Good ball handler for 6'7", 240.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes had good defense covering that 3-point line. Nothing's open, so Godfrey took matters into his own hand and just hard drive with the left hand for the basket.
59-53, 2:35 to play. Iowa in front. Hawks have never trailed. Koch, shadowed by Johnson. Butta Johnson, he's been cold the second half. Here's a pass, almost got away from Banks. Back to Bennett with 3 to shoot. Long 3, rims and comes out. Folgaris knocked to the floor, going for the rebound by Davidson. No call, but the ball goes out of bounds off of Davidson. So credit Al for fighting hard.
He's fought hard all night long. The most that I've seen him fight on the boards, and Hawks needed it here tonight, but Alvaro kept that possession alive.
Bennett, that ball took 2 laps around the iron and came out as he rainbowed it up there from top of the circle.
They want a review.
A review of what?
Out of bounds. They're going to waste how many timeouts they got left? 3? Yeah.
Really? Okay. I thought it was clearly off of Davidson, but.
Well, I didn't call for it. They called for it.
Are we allowed to ask for a review here?
No.
How many timeouts do we get? Well, the review, the one replay I saw, Davidson punched it out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Folgaris touched it as he was going to the floor.
They were adamant. The
Yeah,
assistant coaches ran down to Brad Brownell.
Well, that gives us a chance to plug our buddies at Athletico Physical Therapy, a company founded by Mark Kaufman, Iowa grad, a great Hawk. And all plays under review this season are brought to you by Athletico Physical Therapy. Time for a Midwest One Bank quick stat. Iowa's bench has outscored the Clemson Tigers 17-7.
Definitely needed it, and you got a 6-point lead here. A lot of that is Alvaro Folgaris. Folgaris with 10 off the bench, and Tate Sage having a great game. The freshman with 7.
17-7. The Hawkeye bench getting it done. Depth is improving by the moment. That is our Midwest One Bank quick stat. Midwest One Bank, small enough to care, big enough to deliver, member FDIC. So it is Iowa basketball. That's big. The shot clock resets to 20, 2:17 to play.
And I believe Clemson will lose a timeout. They have just 2 left.
Hawks have 2 timeouts remaining. Now just get it inbounds. Cale Combs will do the honors, throws it out top for Al Folgaris. He drives into Davidson, draws contact, fouled on Davidson. 2 free throws for Al Folgaris. He is I love the Spaniard when he lowers that shoulder and invites contact, because he's a good ball handler at 6'9", 230.
Yeah, and a good shooter, good free throw shooter as well. And, he's a veteran. He played in some tight games, and Alvaro not afraid of the moment.
A Horizon League Player of the Year ago at Robert Morris. First free throw is good. Averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds off the bench. A junior. He'll be campaigning for a starting position next year. Alvaro lets fly, makes them both. Not a problem. Line drives it in. Hawks back up by 8, 61-53. Stop here would be huge as we wind down to the 2-minute mark to play. Hunter into the front court for Clemson. Left wing Davidson. He jacks up a big three. In and out, no good. Banks has the rebound knocked away. Out of bounds off Tavian. Had his hands on it. And at the last, Godfrey came in there and battled for him, was scraping at the ball, and it goes off Banks out of bounds. So Clemson gets it back with 20 on the shot clock to Godfrey. Inside to Davidson. He's fouled by Cale Combs, who got switched off on him. Exactly 2 minutes to go. That the 10th foul on the Hawkeyes?
It is.
61-53 Iowa. And now the double bonus in play for both teams. Davidson will shoot 2. %67% for Davidson. He missed the front end of the bonus earlier. Makes this one a lot easier when you know you got 2 coming. And it's 61-54 Hawkeyes. Florida plays next. The #1 seed Gators take on Prairie View A&M. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game at a time to be determined on Sunday. Hawks are in good shape, up 7, but still 2 minutes to go and work to be done. Davidson eyes the rim. Second free throw is good. Substitution timeout. Clemson will full court pressure as Brad Brownell puts in smaller, quicker personnel, including Jake Wallen. Although he's not small, 6'10". He's like Fulgaris. Here come the Hawkeyes. Fulgaris gets it across to Sturtz with 1:50 to go, and here we go. 2-minute warning is on. Sturtz around a Fulgaris screen. Reverses dribble back to near the timeline with 10 to shoot. Wallen is on him. Takes Bennett off the dribble. Bennett drives inside, misses the runner in the lane. Rebounded by Godfrey of Clemson. Here come the Tigers with a run out. 1.5 to go all the way. Layup good. That's too easy.
Too quick.
Yeah. Ace Buckner just raced into the front court. It's a 4-point Iowa lead. 61-57. Easy layup after the rebound. Here's Fulgaris to Koch in the corner. Cooper dribbles to the center of the floor and gets it to Cale Combs. 16 to shoot, 1:10 to play in the game. Hawks up 2 possessions, but needing a score here for good measure. Now 6 to shoot. Combs takes his man off the dribble, drives inside, and scores a layup. Up, around, and over Dylan Hunter. Timeout Iowa. 56.5 to go. Iowa's first field goal in 8 minutes.
Yeah, the big one right there. 15 points for Cale Combs. They spread the floor, take Bennett Sturtz out of it. Cale Combs beat his man off the dribble with the left hand, and what a game for the junior for Iowa.
What a chess move by Ben McCullum. He knows Cale Combs has Clemson Tiger guard type speed, and he got Bennett maybe not as fast off the dribble. Cale lightning fast around his man, laid it up and in. Could have been a foul and an and one. As it is, Iowa leads at 63-57 with 56 seconds to go. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the NCAA tournament and Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Hello to the folks in Ida Grove and Independence, Indianola, Iowa Falls, Inwood, and Irvington up in Kossuth County. Small towns, big towns, one and all. We appreciate your listenership on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Hawks need to hold on for a little less than a minute to advance to the round of 32 on Sunday, leading 63-57. Oh, for one stop.
One stop, cover that three-point line, and rebound. All 5 guys get in there and rebound.
That's not been a problem today. The Hawks 38, Clemson 27 on the glass. Here come the Tigers. What has Brad Brownell drawn up? Hunter races into the front court around Tavian Banks. Wanted to do a step-back 3. Instead, he gets it to his teammate. Here's a 3. No good. Rebound fought for. Combs comes up with it. He's on the floor and on the baseline. My goodness.
It's okay.
They got the man to take the shot that they wanted, Dallas Thomas. He did rifle one in earlier in the half. But the redshirt freshman, you could see that one was way off. Wallen comes into the game. But Cale Combs couldn't secure the rebound before he hit the baseline. So it'll stay with Clemson, 42.7 to go. And Brendan Hawson coming into the game.
They're going to use him as a decoy. They want to review this. So Brendan goes in there to the scorer's desk to take up a little time for Ben to take a look.
Chess move again by Ben McCollum. 42.7 to go. Iowa leading by 6. As it stands, Clemson will keep the basketball. The Hawks unable to secure the rebound. Combs had his mitts on it. You can only imagine. There's a lot of palms reaching in there for the ball.
A lot of scraping, trying to get it. Cale Combs goes to the floor to corral it.
Thanks to Athletical Physical Therapy for sponsoring our plays and review all season long. Hawkeye bet. Iowa is challenging the call. I'm not sure what the challenge is.
Well, they gave it to Clemson.
They did.
We disagree.
Now
we're going to challenge it.
We're looking at the replay.
They said Cale was on the baseline. I don't think he ever was.
No, he wasn't. So what's the official standing right there?
He thought he saw the ball on the baseline.
No, but did he call him for traveling? Maybe. His feet were off the floor when he got rid of the ball. Well, we won't speculate. We'll just move on and hope that the Hawks get a successful reversal. As we tell you, Hawkeye basketball is sponsored all season by Iowa Corn. As we like to say, Iowa grows corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. You probably experienced the highway view of corn as you travel through the great state of Iowa, but take a closer look and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn. It's feed, fuel, food, it's everything. Thank you, our Iowa corn producers, not only for sponsoring Iowa Hawkeye basketball, but feeding the world. And they'll be out in the field here in early April, per usual, bringing you the next bin-busting crop, Iowa corn. By the way, when you fill it up next, pump it up with unleaded 88 and support Iowa's corn farmers. I'm not sure. Still, what it was clear on the review that he was not out of bounds, not laying on the baseline. And we're looking at it.
No.
Yeah, every angle we've seen, the ball did not touch the baseline. And I'm looking at the official standing right there, and he does not call traveling. So he clearly called it out of bounds, and let's hope the Hawks get the successful review. Well, the Hawk fans are cheering.
After review, we have an inadvertent whistle. Iowa was not out of bounds. It's a successful challenge. The game clock will be put 43-3. Get their timeout back.
Well, like the umpires, they're human, but I don't know how he missed that one standing right on top of it. But he thought he saw him on the baseline.
He was blocked out.
Yeah. So, okay.
He couldn't see him from the backside.
He thought the ball was on the baseline. Touch last by Cale. Reversal. Big play. 43 seconds to go. The Hawks up 6 and now have the basketball. Now they got to get it in. Do so to Banks. Tavian jump passes to Fulgaris. Al looks for an outlet. Gets it to Banks. Into the center of the floor. Combs. Now to Sturts. They bring it across the timeline. 33 seconds to go. Bennett dribbles away from a double team. Now to Fulgaris. And he's fouled. And Al will be at the line. Clemson couldn't wait anymore. Dallas Thomas, the redshirt freshman, cuffed him. And now the Hawks can win this thing at the free throw line, as we remarked about 4 minutes ago.
Free throws are so important in a basketball game, let alone an NCAA tournament game. And when you're trying to close a team out, got to step up and make them.
Fulgaris with 27 seconds to go is 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Make it 6 for 6. Hawks up 64-57. And that one's huge. That's now a 3-possession lead.
Yeah, big-time play in this game by Alvaro Fulgaris.
Making an 8-point lead. The Hawks 65. Clemson's 57. And here come the Tigers with 25 seconds to go. They're going to be looking for threes. Hunter jump stops left wing. Now a deep three coming from 30 feet. Goes in for Butta Johnson. He hit 2 at the end of the first half. He cuts the Iowa lead to 5. Well, give him credit. He tanked it from deep.
Nobody really in the vicinity as they dared him to shoot it from 28 feet.
16.7 to go. Timeout asked for by Clemson. They've got 1 timeout remaining. The Hawkeyes will huddle up. The important thing here is get it inbounds into the hands of your better free throw shooters. Cale Combs, Bennett Sturtz, or Al Fulgaris.
Yeah, the thing you got to do with one of those guys is you've got to come to the basketball. Don't let the ball come to you, Gary. You got to go and receive it. You got to get it, and you got to be strong. They're going to be hacking and slapping.
Trevor Lawrence, the outstanding quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, a Clemson grad, butted through that one. Trevor Lawrence deep. That was about 30 feet. Man, oh man. Never easy in the NCAA tournament, but a 9 seed trying to make it a clean sweep for the 9 seeds today. The Hawkeyes in front by 5 with 16.8 to go. And Clemson will full court pressure. Sturtz is lining up near the midcourt stripe. He'll break to that baseline. See what Ben McCullum has drawn up. They get it into Bennett. He's double teamed in the corner and calls timeout. Wise decision by the Hawkeye All-American. Now 13 seconds to go.
And I think that's the final time out there for the Hawkeyes, but he had nowhere to go with it. He was trapped in the corner there, and 13 seconds to finish him off.
Got to get the ball inbound. Stay with us for the post-game coverage. Brought to you by T-Mobile. We'll visit with Ben McCullum, albeit briefly, as they hustle coach and players off to the general media room where hundreds of national media are covering every regional site. Ben McCullum's asking where the ball will be inbound. It looks like on the sideline, which will be in front of the Clemson bench.
Yeah, deep corner and no timeout.
So they got to get it inbounds or turn it over.
At the very least, just toss it down
Toss
here.
it to this end.
Of it, yeah.
Hawkeye basketball is brought to you today by Midwest One Bank, University of Iowa Healthcare, Wimmer's Quality Hot Dogs, the official hot dog of the Hawks, and by Iowa Corn. We'll have our Remax move of the game on the postgame show brought to you by T-Mobile. Stay with us. Near packed house here at the arena, home of the Tampa Bay Lightning, most of them Gator fans.
All the Gators coming in.
A lot of orange at Benchmark International Arena, right downtown. A beautiful area of Tampa.
Beautiful arena.
Great arena.
Looks even better now.
That scoreboard looks beautiful, doesn't it?
You got it.
Right now. Well, this is like an NBA arena. I mean, they don't have an NBA team here. They've got, of course, the Tampa Bay Rays or the Tampa Rays. They've got the Buccaneers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, one of the powerhouses in the National Hockey League. So the Hawks need to forecheck their way to victory here in 13.2 seconds. 2 veteran coaches, Brownell and McCullum. Now they're gonna inbound at the baseline. Now Cale cannot run the baseline. Hawks just need to get this thing inbounds. Combs looking, and gets it to Sturtz on the far sideline. And Bennett is fouled immediately. How did he stay in bounds? Pass was way over his head.
Wide receiver.
Talk about a ballerina. Well, Sturtz was a great football player in high school. I mean, he's a great athlete. That's the 4th foul on Dylan Hunter. But his balance when he landed with that ball, Bobby, amazing. He's got dad's balance.
Got great footwork. You bet.
Guy's a ballerina. Steve, his dad, sitting right behind us. He's all smiles. Bennett makes the free throw. He'll get one more. The Hawks are up 6. And this can put it away. In and out and back in. Roger, excuse me. I called him Steve. Roger Sturtz. 67-60 as out of control drive by the Clemson guard. They're going to give him free throws. 6.4 seconds to go. Bennett Sturtz is all smiles. Buckner was way out of control, lost the ball out of bounds, but they call contact before he lost the sphere, and they called it on
Tavion. I think that's 5.
I thought they whistled it on Fulgaris. They called it on Tavion Banks, so he'll be done for the day. Tavion can't believe the call.
Yeah.
They called, well, at least Fulgaris raised his hand, so Manial will come in. The good news here is they get 60 seconds. They're out of timeouts, so Ben McCullum will draw up an inbounds play. Brad Brownell not happy, but they get 60 seconds to put a sub in, and Manial will do the honors. Hawks have 6 seconds to burn, up 67-60, and 2 free throws coming for Buckner. Ace Buckner, 81% for the redshirt freshman out of Dallas, Texas. Again, the Hawks are going to have to get the ball inbounds, but they're up 3 possessions. Buckner makes both at 67-62. Makes the first. Now Hunter comes out of the game. Dylan Hunter out of the game, and Chase Thompson at 6'8" comes in for rebounding. See if Buckner tries to miss the second one. He did. Iowa gets the rebound. Koch gets fouled. No, they let him play it out. Hey, Hawk fans, the black and gold is on to the round of 32 on Sunday. Iowa defeats Clemson. Call it an upset, a mild upset at best, as the Hawkeyes rebound and defend their way to a 67-60 victory over the Clemson Tigers here at Benchmark International Arena. We'll keep it right here as James Allen will usher Coach McCullum and Cam Manial over to our courtside seat here. We'll talk to Cam about his spectacular effort on the glass.
Yeah, terrific victory by all the Hawkeyes.